Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you all. And we're starting things off with a new face. Eve Me Buford 313. Not too early. I was a little bit behind. But hello. Welcome to the show. Hope you have fun. Always Censored. How you doing, Always Censored? Good to see you again, man. Greetings and salutations, one-man show. Took YouTube some time to wake up. I know, right? It's weird how, like, I'll know I'm live. I'm like, it hasn't kicked in yet. I'll refresh the page and it's like, it's a little bit in. Fucking YouTube, man. They'll sit here and spend all their time censoring people, but then they won't actually play the video. And I see their request here. Let me look that up. There it is. Cumbia City is the name of the song. Always Censored. Cumbia City. It's in the YouTube audio library. Hey, Angelus Draven. Good to see you, man. You're here early. You should show up later, randomly. Hola. Hey, Sherry. Mua. Buenas noches y bienvenidos al show, señorita. Hiding from the rain in sunny QLD. What the fuck is QLD? Nope. That's not what I was asking, I guess. I don't know where that is, but I'm sorry, it's raining out there. That's kind of a bummer. Screwing on me. We'll dig it out. Screwing on me. Rock and roll. Yeah, it's nice. It's one of those, what's it called? You don't need to attribute where it's from, so I can just play it and not have to worry about putting this is whatever from wherever. I've noticed that on a couple other channels now. It's a groovy song. Hell yeah. Baby Outlaw. Hey, Baby Outlaw. Good to see you. I saw you earlier in Mindless Entertainment's chat. Queensland. Oh, okay. Australia. Queensland. Got you. Alrighty. Climate change. Good morning, Tina. Bienvenidos. Yep, I was there. Oh, man. I don't know who Kevin MacLeod is. I hope I said that right. But we lost Gilbert Gottfried today. Or maybe yesterday. I'm not exactly sure. But rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. For anyone who grew up in the 90s, he was a big part of that. He had such an iconic voice. He was the voice of Iago from Aladdin. I'm freaking molting here. Rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. It's sad. I'm always saddest when we lose a comedian. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they bring so much joy into our lives. Not so sunny here in Brizzy. Well, apparently, it's not very sunny in Queensland either. Is all of Australia just getting fucked right now with water? Are you getting water fucked? Before I forget to say something, please make Fedorable the Horrible proud. And give that like button a little tap. Share the stream. Let people know where you're at, where you're hanging out. We're talking about some sci-fi stuff tonight. It's gonna be fun. There you are. But of course, before we get to all that, we're gonna fuck around on Instagram a little, look at some memes, some shenanigans. Let me see what I got. Adorable the Horrible. You see, these vids make much more sense live. Oh, you mean the stream, like these, or yeah, I can see that because there's interaction. It takes a little bit for the chat because they go so long. It takes a while for the chat to show up. So if you watch the replay, like maybe an hour later, there's no chat. It's just whatever I choose to bring up, which is pretty much everything. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by how many people tell me to catch the replay. But yeah, I see it in the numbers too. It's weird. But he read 50 Shades of Grey, and that was such a turn on. Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried read 50 Shades of Grey. Is it on YouTube? I want to look that up. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. And then he took the whip and he smashed me on the ass. Brisbane is the capital city of Queensland, Kai. Oh, okay. See, I don't know these things. You could be in a whole different region. You could be in the north or the south. It's all Australia to me. It's like my buddy who lives in Santa Monica. Santa Barbara. Sorry, my buddy who lives in Santa Barbara. He's like 2 hours west of Los Angeles, like northwest, and so he just says anything like more than an hour east is Los Angeles. It's all Los Angeles. You guys all live in Los Angeles. We're like, we fucking hate Los Angeles. None of us live in Los Angeles. You're all in Los Angeles. And that's here. That's locally. Sam, I think we need to use full names for Kai. Otherwise, he has to learn Strine. What's Strine? Is that Australia talk? Is that what you Aussies call language? Good to see you, Nick. Hell yeah, we got both of the twins out here. All right. So let me see. I showed that did I show this badass dragon? I'm pretty sure I did. There was the cat thing. There's the when Beethoven dropped. The cat spa. Oh damn. I did not really collect very much today. There was just these 2 videos, I guess. Well, I'll start off with a hottie. With a hottie with a big freaking sexy brain. I actually miss her doing her little, like she used to do op-ed pieces and I really enjoyed. That's why I started following her. I know you're not going to think that's why I started following her when you see her, but that's why I started following Ahu, because she's a smart cookie and I loved what she had to say. But now she's enjoying life a little bit, so she hasn't been doing that, as you can tell, the enjoying life. So feast your eyes, boys, and we're moving along. This one's just cute. Okay, that sound is not fun, but that's freaking funny. The dog's like, no, you're not gonna fight this guy, bro. Come on, let me go. Let me go. And then this lady smacking her baby, and then she keeps spinning. She had to see him coming. She had to see him coming. Boop. And then she keeps going. Maybe she's not a mom. Maybe she's a babysitter. Oh, maybe. But as a babysitter, do you show up with a strip pole to the house? Because then what do you do when they get home? You, oh, shit, let me put this away. You just stuff it in your pocket? No, that won't work. What the hell is happening here? Boop. Ridiculous. I can't believe I don't know. People be crazy. People be crazy. I was surprised when I saw that, but maybe I shouldn't be. I don't know. What is this one? What? What?
Seem like when you go talking about hoes, you ought to be nice. Let me bring it down to your street. If you've been a hoe,
look at this.
Let me bring it down your road. And I am a hoe. Seem like when you go talking about hoes, you ought to be nice.
What? What was the rest of that sermon? I love it. What the fuck? Oh my god. Anyway. Alrighty. I guess if that's all I've got for the Instagram. We're gonna get on to articles a little sooner than normal. Here in Australia, we are in tomorrow. It's 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Aren't you special little time travelers in this place that doesn't exist according to flat earthers? That's pretty cool though. 4 p.m. on a Wednesday. Damn. It is so far ahead. It's ridiculous. It's 11 p.m. for me on Tuesday. Strina equals Australian. Australian. Did I get it right? Australian. I need an Australian in my next book. He's going to be kind of a comic relief. I'm going to spoil it for you. He's going to be a little bit of a comic relief. Did you guys see the video exposing New York subway thing as fakery? Wait, what? What New York subway thing? Video exposing the New York subway thing as fakery. You mean... Hold on. Did I just scroll past that? Are you talking about this video here? Are you talking about this? I just now saw this. I don't know what's going on in this video, except for that guy needs to pull his pants up. So this is a fake? Is that what you're talking about? If not, feel free to send me a link. I guess I'm on. You can send me a link on Twitter. I should open up Twitter. Hey, send me a link on Twitter, and I will talk about it. I guess I don't know what you're talking about though. I'm curious, however. It's Wednesday here also. It's Wednesday almost everywhere except where I'm at. Because I'm in the West Coast shooting. Oh yeah, there was no shooting in this one. But so there was a shooting that was faked. Damn, why would you fake a shooting? What the hell's wrong with people? Like, what's even the purpose? What are you going to get out of that? What, a viral video maybe? Tops? It's 2 a.m. here. Got 5 more hours to go. Oh, man, 5 more hours of work? You're on that late night shift, man. Keep it up, brother. I'll keep you company for hopefully the next 3 or so. Maybe more. Excuse me. Mass shooting where the color of man was edited out. Oh, really? They edited out his what? Fuck. No. Okay. Greetings, Dr. Forbin Colossus. Good to see you. I need to check Discord, see if you got back to me. Sorry about that. I haven't been on in several days. I'm not great about checking Discord, but I will get back to that. You just need to get drunk and have a stroke to nail the Strine accent. You just need to get drunk. Australian. Is that Australian? Brooklyn, New York, 23 people injured in train today. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I had a kind of a work call, and I ended up running around looking for a fucking computer part that didn't even solve my problem. Didn't even solve the problem. And then when I called I was like, I'm just going to call the manufacturer. I called them, and they said our hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. I said, 5:30 p.m.? I looked at my phone, and it was not even 5. But they were closed. Lazy bitches. Anyway. Yeah. False flag? Undoubtedly. If it's already been like, this is fake, then yeah, it's a false flag. They be doing that shit all the time. Sounds good, dude. Always great watching when I'm on third shift. Oh, man. Yeah, I got you, man. I'll do my best to keep you entertained. It's much better. Awesome. I even did the eye that doesn't open all the way, like when you get a stroke, you know? I was trying to really nail the Australian. Hey there, beautiful. Oh, beautiful people in the chat. Well, hello, beautiful Courtney. I'm training a dude on my job since I'm going to the Cruise Shadows Works. Oh, okay. Do you guys do different jobs, or are you just in different like teams? Is it different hours? Good for you though, man. Rock and roll. Yeah, let this guy get these shitty shifts. All right. Yeah, I don't know anything about the thing that happened today, apparently. So I was kind of running around and working and then really annoyed. So yeah. This one's pretty funny. Went to the bathroom without my phone, just like our ancestors used to. What? A bird pooped on Biden? Yep. That's what happened. All right. Let's start with all the, because I've got some cool topics here tonight. All sciencey. They're all sciencey or space based. And then tomorrow I'm going to go on more of a psychology trip. I'm going to talk a little bit more psych tomorrow. But before I do all that, I'm going to drop you guys a little something so I can take care of something over here I forgot to do before I went live. If you'll give me just a moment. Let me see. Giggity. Oh, good day. My bad. That's a bad misread. That was way off. Look, Sam, you got my joke. Same hours, but we will have the same days off instead of one of us working days the other nights. Oh, yeah. True. That's then you've always got a partner in Fortnite to get mad at you for the losses. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love sharing that story of when I pissed off Shadows so much that he fucking timed me out. He was so mad. It was so good though. I was laughing. Oh, you mean the slab of attention deflection? The slab of attention deflection. Is that what you call a black flag ops or black op? What? Yeah, black. Whatever. Yep, his rage is crazy. Yeah, and he. It's great. But hold on, I'm gonna put a little something. I need a minute. All right, y'all. Forgive me for playing this so early. I know another monster's not here, but he can rewind if he wants to see this one. But I need at least 50 seconds. So enjoy.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
Perfect timing. Perfect. Whew. All right. So let me get through here. Got the trade edition of your book, and the cover is epic. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Forbin Colossus. I feel so self-conscious when people are buying my book right now because I'm like, nope, I need to get that second edition out as soon as possible. But thank you very much, man. What's funny about that, the cover is like, it started off as something else, and I had a temporary starscape in the background. And I was like, I need to paint my own instead of using like a picture. And so I just painted my own, and I liked what I came up with. And then I modified it a little bit. I merged it with the other one, and I was like, oh shit, there's my cover. Pardon me. 800K for Kurt Cobain's blue guitar. Wowzers is correct. 800,000. Damn. I missed the intro. Good morning or evening to you all. Hello, Kai. Love from Iowa. Hey, Dwayne, and hello, Rita. you can go ahead and rewind if you want to hit that intro real quick. It's only like 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes. It's a sick ad. There was nearly no kid cancer in the boomer years. What causes cancer? Yeah, that's definitely a thing that's been brought up, is the cancer, not just with kids, but in general, has been like on the rise. And I think it has a lot to do with what we're consuming. When we, like, if you look at, let's say, and I guess we're talking about this a little bit before we hop into the topics and stuff, into the sci-fi stuff here. But look at, like, let's say Jordan Peterson's daughter, how she was getting really sick, and so she started eliminating like everything from her diet, and then just finding what works for her and what doesn't. We've a lot of people I've found, when they focus on their diet and what they eat, when they're sick or when medicine doesn't seem to help them, doctors just give them this pill and that pill and try this, try that, do these things, don't do those things, but they don't focus on their diet. Once people focus on their diet, they gradually they make themselves better. I mean, I guess it's not strange, it's just unconventional given the way we normally deal with sickness and whatnot. But you put good gas in your car, it's going to run better, right? Isn't that the whole, you put better quality things into your stuff and it's going to be better. So yeah, man. Yeah, that ad is is pretty gnarly, but what's it called? I agree though. I actually have a friend who had cancer as a baby. He was 1 and he had like a grapefruit sized tumor. Speaking of memorabilia of artists, Kane sold his Unabomber outfit and his second mask for only 10,000 for both, which is crazy. I would have thought they would go for way more. They might have gone more back when his, like, if he'd have never taken his mask off. If he'd have never taken his mask off, once he takes his mask off and then sells it, it'll sell for more. But now, like, that hype, that like affection, that it's dwindled a little bit, and it's wrestling. It's professional wrestling. It's not the most widespread of things with the biggest fan base. Why is YouTube deleting my comments? I don't know. That's super lame. YouTube's a bitch like that, though. Hopefully I see them when they come through here, but I don't know. Let me see if it even shows up here. Nope, I don't see. Oh, it's not even loading my chat over here. It's not even loading up the chat. That's weird. Okay, there it goes. You know what? Try refreshing your page. Give that a shot. Maybe the chat is just bugged out. Try refresh the page, and hopefully that works. Shorter answer: what doesn't cause cancer these days? Also true. If you look at like Gatorade and stuff, like the food colorings and some of the things that they use in this stuff, we're now finding some of these things cause cancer. Like, shit, man. No wonder everyone's getting cancer. Over processed foods, probably a contributor. I think it's a matter of contributing factors, not so much like absolute. Well, there are definitely some absolutes in there, but I could tell you, but that's how I got this name. Yo, drop whatever you can, whatever you want, man. Speak. That's right. Cam, where are you? Are you in the chat? Say hi, man. Say hello, Cam. Your fingers were a little bit loose. I want to make sure that you didn't get any knocks on your door from anyone with the wide brimmed hat. You know what I'm saying? Smack that like button, everyone. Thank you, Sam. Undertaker even said, "This is Kane, dude. The money went to charity." Oh, yeah, the money went to charity. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't spend that kind of money on a thing, but I guess the Undertaker is his brother, though. You know, of course he's going to stick up for his brother. Now I am hungry for highly processed foods. I got my cookies right here ready to go. But let's talk about this stuff. Let's talk about space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Earth scientists everywhere. But yeah, let me drop Yeah, no, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna go from here. Not in real life. Oh, they're not actually brothers? I thought they were actually brothers. It is a crime to say there is a cure for cancer in the USA. Oh, it is a. Oh, really? Like it's not. Oh, you can't say that. Uh, you know what, man? If you want to email me or send me a Twitter message, I'd love to hear what you've got to say. But there are definitely here's one of the craziest stories. I guess I'll get to that in a second. That I've heard about people who recovered from cancer. People that said, "No, I'm not going to treat myself. I'm not going to treat like I'm not going to go through chemo or any of that shit. I'm just going to enjoy what's left of my life." And so they go to comedy shows, they watch fun movies, they eat good food, and they just enjoy their life until it's been a year and they've been told they had 6 months. They're like, "Hey doc, so what's going on? Why am I not dead yet?" And the doctor's like, your cancer is gone. So hey, maybe that Robin Williams movie was onto something. Make the kids laugh. Over 300 doctor whistleblowers eliminated, suicided, or murdered. Oh, not surprising. Okay, so it's one of those crimes. It's the money crimes. Please do send me an email then. Kane isn't governor now. No shit. Damn. How long has that been a thing? And for where? Where is he a governor? Been reading Dr. Sleep again. Cool. I don't know Dr. Sleep. But all right, let's talk about this. So graphene seems to be unlocking some pretty cool stuff. We've seen me learn some pretty cool stuff thanks to graphene, including where money doesn't speak. Oh, okay. Stacking and twisting graphene unlocks a rare form of magnetism. So, stacking and twisting graphene, that's nuts. So, since the discovery of graphene more than 15 years ago, researchers have been in a global race to unlock its unique properties. Not only is graphene a one atom thick sheet of carbon arranged in a hexagonal lattice, the strongest, thinnest material known to man, it is also an excellent conductor of heat and electricity. Make this a little bigger for you guys. Whoa, what? Fuck this website. Poorly designed. I guess not. Never mind. I guess this is what we got. We get what we get and we don't get upset. Or we do, and we bitch a little bit and then move on. Now, a team of researchers at Columbia University and the University of Washington has discovered that a variety of exotic electronic states, including a rare form of magnetism, can arise in a 3-layer graphene structure. The findings appear in an article published October 12th in Nature Physics. The work, this is from 2020. Damn, that one's been in my queue for a long time. The work was inspired by recent studies of twisted monolayers or twisted bilayers of graphene comprising either 2 or 4 total sheets. These materials were found to host an array of unused electronic states driven by strong interactions between electrons. We wondered what would happen if we combined graphene monolayers and bilayers into a twisted 3-layer system. Professor of physics at Columbia University and one of the paper's senior authors, we found that varying the number of graphene layers endows these composite materials with some exciting new properties that had not been seen before. In addition, Dean, Assistant Professor Matthew Yankowitz, was this guy Corey Dean? Okay, so that's Corey Dean and Assistant Professor Matthew Yankowitz. I'm sorry. His name, Yankowitz. Oh, you're doing fine work, Mr. Yankowitz, but let's... Okay, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to read this here. Knox County, Tennessee. Oh, okay. Rita says hi and that she loves you always. She's lurking in the background. Mwah. Hello, Rita. I love you too. I mean, you're cool, Dwayne. Don't worry about me. But doctor, I went $5 million in the hole on air travel, 5-star hotels, and hot escorts. Doctor, Guess you're screwed. Would you like me to recommend some cancer-causing compounds? It's 2018. Not sure if he is in office still. Oh, okay. Well, good for him. I told the head of Motorola in the early 90s that carbon will be the next silicon. He retired. Well, that sucks. Wait, he retired because... Well, I mean, I'm sure he was going to retire at some point. But, like, he retired because he dropped the ball? Author Stephen Walton. Hey, author Stephen Walton. We're talking sciencey stuff. He is still in office, but he is a Republican. Oh, so people don't really talk about him? Got you. Hey, Stephen. Ooh, that felt good. Good, you just doing the gaming thing and working. Be lurking and working. Sounds good, Stephen. Sounds good. Hopefully, I break your brain a little bit with some of this cool stuff from Professor Matthew Yankowitz and Professor Xiao Dong Zhu, both in the departments of physics and materials science and engineering at University of Washington, are senior authors of the work. Columbia graduate student Xiaowen Chen and University of Washington graduate student Min Hao He are the paper's co-lead authors. That's a lot of people. To conduct their experiment, the research stacked a monolayer sheet of graphene onto a bilayer sheet and twisted them by about 1 degree. 1 degree? That's not even that much. At temperatures of a few degrees over absolute zero, the team observed an array of insulating states which do not conduct electricity, driven by strong interactions between electrons. They also found that these states could be controlled by applying an electric field across the graphene sheets. We learned that the direction of an applied electric field matters a lot, said Yankowitz, who is also a former postdoctoral researcher in Dean's group. Then the researchers pointed the electric field towards a monolayer graphene sheet. The system resembled twisted bilayer graphene, but when they flipped the direction of the electric field and pointed it downward, the bilayer graphene sheet, and pointed it toward the bilayer graphene sheet, it mimicked twisted double bilayer graphene, the 4-layer structure. Oh, okay. The team also discovered new magnetic states in the system, unlike conventional magnets, which are driven by a quantum mechanical property and electrons called spin. Oh, a quantum mechanical property of electrons called spin. A collective swirling motion of the electrons in the team's 3-layer structure underlies the magnetism they observed. This form of magnetism was discovered recently by other researchers in various structures of graphene resting on crystals of boron nitride. The team has now demonstrated that it can also be observed in a simpler system constructed entirely with graphene. Pure carbon is not magnetic, said Yankowitz. Remarkably, we can engineer this property by arranging our 3 graphene sheets at just the right twist angles. Okay, pure carbon is not magnetic, but okay, but they can make it exhibit these magnetic properties in addition to the magnetism. The study uncovered signs of topology in the structure, akin to tying different types of knots in a rope. The topological properties of the material may lead to new forms of information storage, which may be a platform for quantum compilation or new types of energy-efficient data storage applications. For now, they are working on experiments to further understand the fundamental properties of the new states they discovered in this platform. This really is just the beginning. Yeah, we're just barely learning some of the crazy shit that graphene can do. This is neat. I'm not sure what the effects of this could be, what properties we could unlock from it and stuff. But the next one, though, physicists build a circuit that generates clean, limitless power from graphene. The fuck? There was another article I had for this one, but I like this one better. So I'm sticking with this one. I didn't realize this was the website with the poor design. So in hindsight, I would have picked the other one. Well, let's see. Let's catch up with the chat here. I've been reading about borofene. In some ways, it is supposedly superior to graphene. Really, borofene? Is that a newer discovery than graphene? Because graphene was 15 years ago. Let there be no doubt. Yeah, I don't think we. Bit shoot. Let there be no doubt that the NYC subway shooting was fake. Check it out. Okay. You know what? That if you were trying to say that, if you were trying to spell that out correctly, that might be why YouTube was censoring it, because you're naming their competitor on their platform. I realized that I was trying to leave a comment on somebody's YouTube once and someone's video, and I kept typing, I kept like putting the name. I realized, oh, what if YouTube? And so then I did that, and when I refreshed the page, it was still there. So, where is this? No matches were found. There be no doubt. Subway. Let me put. Let me see. I'm just gonna look up the keywords here. Oh, that's weird. Oh, do you know why? Do you know why I couldn't find it? They misspelled there. Let there, THEIR. That's how they spelled it. People, man. Thank you, Steven. Thanks. I'm glad I can entertain. Motorola got split up and sold off in pieces. Oh, that's right. I remember that was a while ago. Heard a rumor the periodic table will get expanded. That changes many things if true. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I would not be surprised if they, because it's honestly, it's one of those things that looks like it's coming. It looks like there's definitely, just the way it looks is no. The nature is too organized for our periodic table to be complete or accurate. I mean, it's accurate in what we've discovered and stuff, but we could be more accurate. You got to spin those atoms. The secret of microparticle concave structures, a Russian entomologist discovered anti-grav effects of rare type of bees chitin shell, similar to graphene. The secret is microparticle concave structures. Microparticle concave structures, okay. A Russian discovered anti-grav effects of a rare type of bees chitin shell. What is that? Chitin. Bees chitin? A fibrous substance consisting of polysaccharides and forming the major constituent in the exoskeleton of arthropods and the cell walls of fungi. Interesting. Interesting. Anti-gravity effects. Huh. Similar to graphene. That's fascinating. He copied the structure pattern and sized it up and made a little anti-grav platform he flew around on. Pretty neat stuff. No shit. What? I want an anti-grav platform. I want to make one. I want to make one. That's awesome. Wait, so what? Okay, hold on. So he just sized it up. He's like, what if I just made this bigger? And that worked. It was just the shape of it that made it, the shape and the material, I guess, maybe, that made it happen. Did it need power, or was it like an automatic effect, like quantum locking? Or I guess it's not an automatic effect, but you know what I mean. Hopefully. Paramagnetic property of shape. Paramagnetic. Very, so in parenthesis, of a substance or body, it says very weakly attracted by the poles of a magnet, but not retaining any permanent magnetism. Oh, okay. So weakly attracted to like magnetic poles, but not itself uh, exhibiting magnetism. Toxic waste from oil refineries is combined with all drugs from the Professionals magazine Chemical Processing, the 2016 March or May issue. Toxic waste from oil refineries is combined with all drugs. What, like all it like how is it, are they what the little plastic like pills are made of? From the Professionals magazine Chemical Processing, 2016 March or May issue. Okay, I wrote that down to look it up later, I guess. Thank you, David Frank. I'm going to see what the hell that's about, because that's not good. If you happen to find that and forward it along to me, I would that'd save me some time. But I will look into that, and yeah, BitChute is better than YouTube. Hey, Milton Knowles, the Insane Witch King. I'm actually on Odyssey, but for some reason Odyssey won't accept my card. I tried to do the Odyssey Premium so I could stream on there, but Odyssey said, no, we're not accepting your card. I said, why? I said, well, we don't feel like it. I looked or made sure I have more than $3 in my bank account. I know I'm leaving a lot of room there, but yeah, I had plenty of money in my bank account. Like, it's $3 a month. I know a $3 charge isn't going to hold nothing up. But no, it just won't. Honestly, just don't like it. I'm thinking of checking out BitChute next, but that's kind of where I'm at there for now. Kill them all and let God sort them out. That's bullshit. I believe it. Believe which part? About the toxic waste? Yeah, I'm not saying I don't believe it. I want to know more. Like, I'm curious, because people be fucked up. They would do that kind of thing. The people that make these kinds of decisions would do that kind of thing, which is horrible. The anti-grav thing. What's it called? Wait, David Frank. Talking about David Frank. Yep, that's right. So it's the pills thing. Yeah, man, I believe it too. Eric K. Hey, Eric K. Good to see you. We've seen graphene body armor and jackets. Really lightweight. Looks like normal clothes. That's badass. I know there's a guy in Central America that makes bulletproof clothing. I don't know if there's graphene in it. Oh, thank you very much. Unless you're talking to someone else, then way to go, that person. People, man, all the power of a small crowd. People, man was walking down the street. He heard Christ from Hub. Hope us helper. Somebody save us. Without further to do, he rushed to the scene. Then he saw a kitten stuck up in a tree. People man was walking down the street. He heard Christ. I think you've got some typos in here because I'm having trouble deciphering what you're trying to say. Kaiten. People man spring into action and made mortal football phone calls simultaneously while hanging flyers on multiple posts. Some people say he overwhelmed emergency services. Some people say he was a hero, but the fire brigade saved the kids, and at an expensive cost, with the owner had to pay the fine. Milton, I'm sorry, man. That's a lot of typing you did, and I didn't understand the gist of that at all. Essentially, what I gathered and pictured in my head is somebody heard Christ and realized it's not Christ, it's a cat in a tree, and then Spider-Man around the neighborhood hanging up signs and calling emergency services. So I know I did not understand that story one bit. Whoosh. Sorry, man. Hey, Kendra. A pleasure to see you. Wow, welcome back. It's more of a gravity filter. Got you. Oh, you mean the concave shape, the thing we were talking about with the anti-gravity? Okay, gravity filter. Huh. Huh. Okay, interesting. I do have theories on gravity. I'm just not math or sciencey enough to like break it down. Also, probably be more well developed. I wonder what life would have been like. What would my life have been if I'd have gone into engineering instead? Engineering, because I really liked that stuff. Engineering and science and whatnot. I don't know. Might have been cool. Would the owner complaints about ping, the fine? Would the owner complaints about ping, the fine? There was already over 100 rumors about what a terrible person they were. People Man, he has the power of a small crowd. Who is People Man? People Man. People Man. Man of the people. Definition and meaning. People Man. Urban Dictionary. People Man. Urban Dictionary. The best man in the crowd. Everyone loves People Man, even more than their own. They will even leave their own man to be with the People Man. is, is this what you're talking about, man? People Man. The best man in the world. That's what I found. We all have the power of the small crowd. Maybe it is a magnetic effect. Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, well, doctor, I see what you're talking about at least. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We all do have the power of a small crowd. It's so slightly unrelated story, but along the same vein. When I was in 5th grade, so when I was a kid, quick caveat, I was not always like this. When I was a little kid, I was quiet, and I was timid, and I was shy, and really like I was nice. I was a lot nicer than I am now. I was very polite. That hasn't changed. Manners come first. But like I said, I was timid. So it was my turn to take the attendance to the office. So I go and take attendance, grab the attendance from the teacher, and then whoever takes attendance to the office also has to lead the class in the Pledge of Allegiance. So I walk up and say, "Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance." Like, fucking quiet little Kai. "Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance." No one listened to me. No one, and I know at least a couple people heard me. Everyone was talking, and like I looked around, and like not even the people at my group of tables stood up. And so I looked back at the teacher, and she goes, and so I said, "All right, please stand." And I said it so fucking loud, it echoed off the walls, and all the kids immediately stopped talking, stood up, and put their hands over their hearts and looked around like, what the hell just happened? And then I led the class in the Pledge of Allegiance. And the teacher was like, "Geez, Kai." But you never know how loud you can roar if you don't try. Just simple cardboard, wood, and steel parts to shift the grav filter. It ran on zero electricity. I want to build it. I want to get. I want to know. I want the knowledge so that I can do it. Can I has the knowledge? Laszlo? What? Okay, I need to. It was a Russian. Did you say his name? Can I find it in the chat? I should have started. Son of a bitch. All right, I'm just gonna look for Laszlo. Wait, first I'm gonna start this chat so I don't lose my spot, and then I'm gonna look for Laszlo real quick. Let me see. Secret particle, anti effects. Has been copy the structure. Okay, no, you did not name him. I'm gonna start these motherfuckers anyway. There we go. Wunderbar. Thanks, Laszlo. That's fucking awesome. Hoverboard, here I come. Copper and aluminum are paramagnetic, meaning if you drop a magnet down a copper tube, it will slow down significantly. Oh, okay. Copper and aluminum are paramagnetic. Meaning if you drop a magnet down a copper tube, it will slow down significantly. Interesting. I did not know that. Byproducts from oil refineries. Oh, byproducts from oil refineries are used in sexual lubrication, manufacturing of goods, ink, ink, and food, including sweets for children. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Motherfuckers. Kai, did you get Rita's email about the wrath of the big? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I have the tab open. I totally forgot about it as it ended up kind of blending into my YouTube queue because I just kind of open tabs and go through them. I did get the email. I need to check it out. Thank you, Rita. I'm sorry I kind of spaced on that. I will check it out though. Basil the Burglar Slayer, Byzantine Emperor. I was very curious what that was about. So thank you for the reminder. Adjuvant additives to jabs to trigger a reaction. Most are poisonous or toxic. Like like the classic jabs or like the modern jab. Fucking code speak. I can't wait till we put all these censorship people in jail. But there are discrete choices for non-petroleum products. Just got to be aware, Milton. That's good to know. Yo, that's the kind of thing that we should really propagate as best we can. I love speech to text. When I ramble, just hearing people read it is hilarious. Yeah, dude, sometimes I'm looking, I'm like, please type, man. Type some of this shit out. Because it's bonkers. I can sometimes figure out words. I go, byproducts, not buy products. It is fucking funny though. But if you're having a laugh, I could see why you'd be like, nah, I'm just gonna keep doing this. This is funny. Seriously, everybody, you should just say something as fast as you can, and to speech to text. It's hilarious example how it's going out. What are you doing? I said hi there. How's it going? Example, how's it going out? What? Okay, I got you. Same about I also know how much time I'm going to waste if I just keep trying to read speech to text. I'm more of a metalhead physicist. Nice. What's shaking, proper? Good to see you, man. What's up? What's up? What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about sciencey, spacey stuff. Graphene. Yeah, currently we're on graphene. Imagine you didn't look like a full-grown adult when you were a child. Really do people look like that? However, I do wonder about some dwarfs. Are they just children? Some people kind of do always resemble, their face kind of is always the same. I looked different. I mean, I guess I kind of didn't, but I kind of did. Little 8-pointed with ball tips, little kids' jacks, made of palladium, tipped with gold. Palladium? Yeah, probably palladium. Tipped with gold. This is the catalyst used to combine the waste to the drugs. Oh. This is the catalyst used to come. Oh, I see what you mean. Human bioelectric expands around body. That's why social distance outside the field. Things get interesting in crowds. Energy climbs. Fans at bands. Yes, true. Yeah, people can feel vibes when you're closer to people. You can feel where they're coming from, and you can feel the energy of a place, etc. Which is why it feels so like empty when people are all separated, because we're accustomed to feeling. Is this the scientist that made the hover technology that we were talking about? I'm gonna star that one. Look that up. I'll look him up. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Laszlo. Save me some time. You should look up a magnetic spatial compression drive. Okay. I love this star feature. I need to use it more. The whole point of the article was how we can make the process cheaper and not use gold. Gold has some interesting properties. Actually, maybe copper and aluminum are ferromagnetic, not paramagnetic. I get ferromagnetic. I get those two mixed up. I should look it up, but I'm not going to. I'm online. I meant to be wrong about most of what I say. All right. Look up those color codes on sweets. They just use a number. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's like what I said earlier about how Gatorade has things that give you cancer because they use food additives that are cancerous food additives like certain color, food coloring and stuff. Got you. So yeah, generally things with a number, stay the fuck away from it. If you're looking at a list of ingredients, sugar, milk, red 42. Oh, I didn't know my fucking candy needed red 42 in it. What is red 42? It's to make it look red. I don't need it to look red. Well, we need you to get cancer. Fuck you. The raspberry chewables I liked growing up. I found out were made in some unmentionable country. Seriously. Oh, the C to the H to the I and A. I wouldn't even know how to pronounce it from byproducts of crude oil. Ugh. That's sad when you find out like stuff that you like is made of trash that gives you cancer. Rita has cats chasing her all over. Did Rita see Dwayne? Was Rita here yesterday for the cat spa that I shared? Ask Rita if she saw the cat spa yesterday, or you would know if you were here too. Milton might be onto something. Speech translates to aloud words. It also translates to the wrong, completely wrong words. You can make a reactor using vibranium. I'm pretty sure that's what you meant. Yeah. You can make a reactor using, but vibranium's fictional. And a quantum battery, and that can charge a small city for years. You can make a reactor using vibranium. Did you mean vibranium? Isn't that the shit? No, Wolverine has adamantium, but vibranium is what Captain America's shield is made out of. I know that shit ain't real. Like, or is it? And I just thought it was fake this whole time. Look who's actually here. Fedorable the Horrible. Short some spice and starting over. Snort some spice and know the secrets of folding space, or just use resonance coupled with other mad scientist shit. Yeah, dude, I'm down. I was on mushrooms and I saw the whole web that connects the universe, so that hallucinogen life is where it's at. I'm back to graphene, Kai. Yeah, I'll hop over back to graphene. I don't want to feel anything, especially vibes. I feel matter is full. I feel matter is full. There's a lot of empty space in matter. I'm gonna just go cry. English is on its last gasp. Graphene is fascinating stuff. Yeah. Let's hop back to graphene here. Fed, I love you. Fed, I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Late Night Delight. I love you. There is no melange fed. We would wish. Wubba lubba dub dub. That is bird language for how I feel most of the time. Now we may have been taking a cat nap. No, we may have been. Okay. I will play that after this article. I meant YouTube. I meant vibranium. Yes, it's their way how they make the arc reactor. Okay. Gold can be beaten to 0.1 microns thick. Triplicated magnetic fields produce some very strange vibrational harmonics. Okay. See, now you're talking some really. This is the kind of shit that I'm about. Been lifting small steel balls with it. Triplicated magnetic fields. So what exactly is that? Is that a stack of 3 separate magnetic fields in the same place, or is it like layered magnetic fields? What exactly is triplicated magnetic fields for the layman's in the chat? like me. Hey, a Poe. Good to see you, brother. Element 115. Pale horse guy had some bits of unknown metals. Vibranium real? Element 115. See, the thing about once we get into elements, I just hit my corner of my toe. Once we get into elements above like 100, something above 100, I don't remember where exactly, but somewhere above 100, there are things that don't last for very long, or that we've like seen for an instant and then it disappeared. And we're like, oh, but we know you exist. So, some bits of unknown metals. Element pale horse guy. Who is pale horse guy? Pale horse guy. I need to read this article, but pale horse guy. That's too fascinating not to write down. If I was hired as a Greta on my last day, I would tell everyone that I love them, and it's store policy to love them. If I was hired as a greeter, oh, okay. Hell yeah, that'd be great. Welcome to the store. I love you. Field meter, my bad. I am doing the typing. Got you. Wait, let me reread your thing then. Where are you? My fuel meter is full. Gotcha. Howdy, chat. Poe saying hello. Everyone loves Poe. Say hi to Poe, everyone. Seen ultrasound lift foam. Steel balls worth a dig. Seen ultrasound lift foam? What? Wow. Ultrasounds even? Last time I made a magnetic engine, it kind of pulled itself apart and fried most of the electronics I had, and what electronics it didn't. They were very simple. The radio survived. Really? Last time I made magnetic engine. I want to know more. Okay. Super heavy are supposed to be stable. Oh, the super heavy one's supposed to be stable? Okay, to my understanding, they were things that weren't. We gotten a glimpse of them, but I have seen that. But I may be wrong. I'm not a scientist. I have seen that done, and I'm not particularly good with materials and chemistry and stuff. I've seen that done, fed, but this particular of this has not been proven to be scalable. We have to work harder. Element 15, supposedly the fuel used by UFOs to manipulate gravity. Oh, okay. Well, it's too bad aliens don't have bees on their planet. They can just study those. Soak up for a bit, figure I'd drop in, shit some posts. Okay. Let me move along to this then. Physicists build circuit that generates clean, limitless power from graphene. All right. Those are some bold claims there, article. Let's see what you got. A team of University of Arkansas. Oops, my cookie almost fell. A team of University of Arkansas physicists have successfully developed. Oh, a team has. Correct, that's right. A team of University of Arkansas physicists has successfully developed a circuit capable of capturing graphene's thermal motion and converting it into an electrical current. An energy harvesting circuit based on graphene could be incorporated into a chip to provide clean, limitless, low voltage power for small devices or sensors, said Paul Thibodeau, professor of physics and lead researcher in the discovery. The findings, published in the journal Physics Review E, are proof of a theory the physicists developed at the U of A 3 years ago, that freestanding graphene, a single layer of carbon atoms, ripples and buckles in a way that holds promise for energy harvesting. The idea of harvesting energy from graphene is controversial because it refutes physicist Richard Feynman's well-known assertion that the thermal motion of atoms, known as Brownian motion, cannot do work. In physics, do work is affecting something with a force. Essentially, do work. It's just like you would say, in real life, someone's doing work. It's if physics is essentially the same thing, which is why I love saying that. Thibodeau's, I probably did a poor job explaining that, but Thibodeau's team found that at room temperature, the thermal motion of graphene does in fact induce an alternating current, AC, in a circuit. an achievement thought to be impossible. That's nuts. At room temperature, the thermal motion of graphene does in fact induce an alternating current. So they don't even need to put in any extra work to make it an alternating current. It's already an alternating current. In the 50s, physicist Leon Brillouin published a landmark paper refuting the idea that adding a single diode, a one-way electrical gate, to a circuit is a solution to harvesting energy from Brownian motion. Knowing this, the Bados group built their circuit with two diodes for converting AC into a direct current, DC, with the diodes in opposition, allowing the current to flow both ways. They provide separate paths through the circuit, producing a pulsing DC current that performs work on a load resistor. So here's I guess we could watch the video. Cool. It's short. And diode 1. Graphene electrode. Okay. So I guess that's how it goes. Additionally, they discovered that their design increased the amount of power delivered. We also found that the on-off switch-like behavior of the diodes actually amplifies the power delivered, rather than reducing it, as previously thought. The rate of change in resistance provided by the diodes adds an extra factor to the power. The team used a relatively new field of physics. to prove the diodes increase the circuit's power. In providing this power enhancement, we drew from the emergent field of stochastic thermodynamics and extended the nearly century-old celebrated theory of Nyquist, said co-author Pradeep Kumar, associate professor of physics and co-author. According to Kumar, the graphene and circuit share a symbolic relationship. Though the thermal environment is performing work on the load resistor, the graphene and circuit are at the same temperature and heat does not flow between the two. That's an important distinction, said Thibodeau, because a temperature difference between the graphene and the circuit in a circuit producing power would contradict the second law of thermodynamics. This means that the second law of thermodynamics is not violated, nor is there any need to argue that, Maxwell's demon is separating hot and cold electrons, Thibodeau said. The team also discovered that the relatively slow motion of graphene induces current in the circuit and at low frequencies, which is important from a technological perspective because electronics function more efficiently at low frequencies. People may think that current flowing in a resistor causes it to heat up, but the Brownian current does not. In fact, if no current was flowing, the resistor would cool down. Thibodeau explained, "What we did was reroute the current in the circuit and transform it into something useful. The team's next objective is to determine if the DC current can be stored in a capacitor for later use, a goal that requires miniaturizing the circuit and patterning it on with a silicon wafer or chip. If millions of these tiny circuits could be built on a 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter chip, they could serve as a low-power battery replacement." That is badass. Recycling the heat from our devices to power them. Maxwell's demon. How far am I? How far behind am I? Okay, hold on. Okay, hypo. Okay. I got bored, so did the mathematics to make a magnetic engine. Made it in the scrapyard across the road from my parents' house. Yep, that's where I hang out most of the time. Cool, man. What? You have a scrapyard right there? Sounds fun. Especially for someone like you who can do math and tinker and stuff. He said hi to me. Also, let me see. Justin, we are back to graphene. Thermal to electric chip. Well, because all the chips generate some electricity. Which is why your computer needs to be cooled down. And next time I probably won't be using aluminum to hold the wheel. That's fun. That's fun, magnets. I'll probably try to find something better. It wasn't great at the magnetic insulation. It worked. Okay. Well, dude, like, could you send me some pictures or like make a video about it or something? I'd love to see what you're making and see some of the process or what you're doing and discovering, whatever, things like that. I think that'd be fascinating. Do you have a channel? Let me see. Do you post this stuff on your channel if you do have one? Let me see. Magical listen number 17. Dog stuff. Huh. Okay, you do have a channel. Oh, and I'm subscribed. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we're good. And let me get back to the thing here. Maxwell's Demon. Yeah, I've never heard of Maxwell's Demon. They're rediscovering tech from the previous civilization. Finally. It feels like a lot of this tech we already had, especially if you look at what we were doing back then. Like, yeah. Thermodiode, heard of it, did not know it had been made. Looks like we are there. Could be fed, but now it counts. Oh, got you. Like the feds could have come up with it, but now that people have come up with it on their own in the private sector, now it counts. Yep, I hear you, man. I agree. Hey, Kai, you know the graphene is in. Hold on. You know the graphene in the jab is part of the self-assembling stuff led by the mRNA in your body. No, the graphene is part of the self-assembling stuff led by the mRNA. Not sure if I follow. There's graphene in the jab. I didn't know about. I mean, it seems that would seem a little hard to manage. That'd be a lot of graphene to be injecting into stuff. Mini generators made of beryllium copper have a higher output than input. Oh, really? I know we already have some stuff, but it's not like significant. A friend of mine told me actually today about, what was it? They use plasma. They fire a laser at plasma and something else, and it's like a 10-fold output to input ratio. Whole planet is a giant stable magnetic storm. Capture that and you never need another source again. Yep, I agree. I think the main problem is storage, or like a natural way to capture. No, we don't need storage. If it's always available and it's everywhere all the time, we just need to just get it as we need it. But I agree. Time is short. Yeah, it's feeling that way. We are living on a spinning electric motor. We aren't spinning. But it is weakening on a predicted scale. Time is short. Oh yeah, but that, like, supposedly in 1300 years the magnetic field is going to collapse. I think by that point though we'll be able to remedy that. Anyway, Pillow is calling me back. I must admit. All right, good night, Fedorable. Take care of yourself. Thanks for hanging out, man. 1 millimeter square chip won't charge your car. No, but let's say for smaller devices, it would be let's say for a phone or a GoPro or the thing that Leela has on her arm in Futurama. Let me see. Greetings, Tommy. Hey, good to see you, man. Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. I made that thing years ago, but next time I make something interesting, I'll put it online. If that's Elizabeth ever lets me back on my back of my shed. You're too sick, Milton. Blah blah blah. Stupid people caring. Oh, are you sick, Milton? If Elizabeth ever lets me back in my shed, lets me back in my shed. Who is Elizabeth? Your spouse? How far behind am I? Not that far. I'll post whatever I want on channel. It's mostly witchcraft stuff, but it's fun. Alrighty. Did you know if you get a test tube full of components for a virus and shake it up, you can reassemble viruses? They are not sure if they are a machine or organism, but they look weird, and I like weird. Interesting. I didn't know that. I must be using the lasers from the laser sharks. Now we're all bouncing against the wall, bouncing just like the tennis ball. The inside of the planet is a major magnetic dynamo. Harness that, and we would theoretically have too much electricity, which would create severe problems, but it should be fun. Yeah, I think an abundance of power currently would be helpful. It would definitely eliminate a lot of the need for all this energy bullshit that we're going through would all be solved. And so there's graphene in the jab. After the mRNA tells your DNA not to fight off the graphene, there is 82 different items in the jab, and they are all bad. Yeah, I don't trust that thing. And I was bummed when people I knew were getting it. I was like, I wouldn't, guys. I wouldn't. Think of the logistics here. Think of the logistics. And they were like, oh, being safe. All right. Do you? But like, there's no way. And then now the studies that we get, months later, is that you need a booster or else like it doesn't work. Like, we've monitored people's their white blood cell count, and it's just it helps temporarily. It protects you for. It's not one of the classic jabs. You know what I mean? I only build machines that serve my needs, and now I realize they are simple to construct if you have the right software. Oh, that's cool. What kind of machines do you build? I'm going to make a wooden box for my tarot cards. I got some nice veneer, even if it's cheap wood. Oh, yeah, at least it'll look nice. I made a box for one of my games. Now I just need to figure out what to wear to the funeral. Alas, poor English. I knew it was good. I got sick all the time. That's good. I'm glad. Part of energy. Gamow. Overabundance of watts. You're getting ready for it. Elizabeth lives in the main house. I rent my own place in town because of health problems. Oh, okay. Gamow? Who's Gamow? George Gamow, physicist. Oh, okay. Cool. He was an early advocate and developer of Limitless. Lemaitre's Big Bang Theory. I could talk about that one too. I've got some articles about the Big Bounce and some other stuff. And then Booster A emerges with Booster B to form Voltron. With Booster C emerges with Voltron to form Chemical X. Sugar, Spice, and Chemical X are what made the Powerpuff Girls. So gotta watch out for that Chemical X. Quantum guy. Everybody I know that got the virus, got the jab, it could be just a major coincidence. I know coincidences happen, but not so many times. Yeah, I hear you. Let me I'll hop back to here. So I've got black holes, dark matter, and oxygen farming, and a cookie. Definitely time for a cookie. But before we do, let's do a little something over here. Let's see what we've got. There we go.
Once again, I see pride. Junior, I see power. I see a badass mother who won't take no crap off from nobody. That's right. Junior Bevel.
Oh yeah. And for anyone that saw that tennis ball clip from earlier, here's the opposite of that.
Where is that pussy cancer anyway? Well, we couldn't find cancer, but we found a man with cancer. Take that, cancer! And that...
Oh my god. So I forgot to check if I had any claims from yesterday. Let me see. Nope, I'm good. Sweet. Yay! Mm-hmm. There are no coincidences. It's all part of the simulation. I actually don't believe in simulation theory. I mean, I do believe that essentially the 3D world isn't real. It's not the real reality, you know? Real reality is a lot bigger than that. But simulation is a bit much. It was sugar, spice, and everything nice that made the Powerpuff Girls. Combined with Chemical X, you really need to watch your documentaries, man. Was it Sugar Spice and Everything Nice and Chemical X? I thought oh yeah, Chemical X got spilled. Man, it's been a while since I've seen that intro. I should check it out again. If it is not in the math, I tend to discard the results, Milton. Have you not heard about the sub 500 athletes that have passed since they jabbed 100 or so in the US? 85% of deaths are all fully jabbed. Yeah, that's another thing. When people are consistently dying after getting it, they get it, then they get sick, and then they die. Like, okay, well, that didn't seem to help very much. That didn't seem to protect anybody. He's the New Zealand dream. Who is? The Powerpuff Girls? Of course you don't believe in the simulation. That's what the simulation has you simulating. 2 years ago, I tried to tell people about the side effects. Yep. And that's what got you censored, I'm sure. Yeah, man. I was pointing out all the logical holes and shit. People were like, no, but the science is... I was like, what about all the motherfuckers that are being silenced? All the people, all the doctors who are getting censored. People just have excuses, man. They just make excuses to fall in line and do as they're told. It's sad. I think my dad heard a loud noise. My dog heard a loud noise and he's scared. He's cute. That is adorable. I'll admit, I like it when my dog's scared because I get to give him hugs. He doesn't like hugs any other time. That is funny. Like, oh, are you scared? Come here, bud. You get to snuggle. All right, so here's for Rita and Dwayne. Dwayne, are you there? Are you there, Dwayne? Let Rita know. Here we go. This is from yesterday, but I'm going to share it with y'all here again today.
Hey Google, stop music. This again? I'm just so over it. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on. Hey, come on. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it anymore.
I love that the cat like gets all defensive. He's like, meow. No, stop. We're chilling. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's spa day.
I didn't bring it up. What an asshole. There we go.
Hey Google, stop music.
Wait, you're already home?
This again?
Yeah, it's spa day.
I'm just so over it at this point. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on.
Leave him alone.
Chase, come on.
Hey Google, play.
Jesus, I just don't understand it, to be honest. I just don't get it anymore.
That's fucking cute. These cats Kick ass. I love how they're all chilling there.
Hey
That
Google,
one's
stop music.
tail's even wagging.
Wait, you're already home?
This again?
Yeah, it's spa day.
I'm just so over at this point. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on.
It's spa day.
Leave him alone.
Chase, come on.
Hey Google, play.
Jesus, I just don't understand it, to be honest. I just don't get it anymore.
I love it. I love it. The cats are so cute. I just tell people, think about it. Once it goes in, it isn't coming out. Yeah, right? You're injecting something in your bloodstream. You're injecting something into your bloodstream. You don't know what it is. It's based on brand new technology, and it affects something we barely discovered and understand. Yeah, real smart injecting yourself with that. Jesus, man. What the fuck is wrong with people? How do you reverse mDNA? Adenum. Yeah, I figured it out when I looked at the correct screen at my screen. This fucking jackass didn't put up the video. I want to see if they can ever reverse stupid on the general population. I doubt it highly. My dog is the best. Those cats are cool and chilled. I know, right? Chilling little kitties. Kitties like cool stuff. Now, if the cats were being massaged and purring, right? If she had started massaging the cats, they'd have been like, yes. Yes, that's a spa day. I like the logic of one part has been around for 20 odd years and the other part has been around for a period of time. Let's combine them together and say it's safe. The individual components are. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I would tell that to people. They're like, I'd be like, bro, we don't understand RNA. We still think a lot of our DNA is junk DNA. The literal shit that creates us, we think, oh, a lot of this is just fucking trash. We don't even need it. No, bitch, that's not how shit works. This is not how nature works. It turns things on and off, but like different combinations of things create different results. For example, that dude in the red sickle flag state, you know, I don't know if I can even say whatever. I don't give a shit. Fucking China. The dude, the scientist in China who used CRISPR to modify these twins that were in vitro. He modified their genetics in the womb to make them immune to HIV or AIDS or something. He's like, oh, I'm just going to turn off this thing in their genes. And he dramatically shortened their lifespans. And there's other side effects that we don't even know. We don't even know what's going to happen to these little girls. He has doomed them to a life of whatever the fuck he did to them. They're literally guinea pigs for their whole lives. Now the cats were being... Oh, yeah. I like the logic. Ria's laughing her ass off. So am I. That's so damn funny. Right? That's freaking adorable. You can get the individual components of certain food additives and add it to other food additives, brother, individually. Oh, both individually safe, combined together and left for a couple of days, and you can make ammonia. Yeah, true. Things, nothing exists in a vacuum. That's the important thing. Nothing exists in a vacuum. You can't simply look at the pieces of an equation and say, well, it's a 4 and that's a 6 and that's a 3. Okay, bitch, what about the symbols in the middle? The X here and this line with a couple dots? You know, what are these? What's the actual number? Oh, well, the actual number is over here. Oh, well, yeah, that's not the same as the individual components, is it? But people all just... Whenever you bring up these things, they go, oh, well, but that thing is this and this thing is that. They don't put it all together. They just look at everything as individual separate pieces. Well, it is a matter of perspective. When polio was super death, there was no internet to debate, but everyone got the jab. Oh yeah, it was like the worst thing back then. And even though there were some issues with it, they cleaned that up real quick because their priority back then was get rid of polio. That was their number one. They weren't making shit up so they could fix it. They were just going, fuck polio. Fuck you, polio. You gave my kid my kid was on crutches now because of you. People were not about polio. They wanted that shit gone. And so the priority back then was on getting rid of the polio. My dog is super cuddly when he's scared in comparison normally. I love it. The human, just make sure there's no Sasquatch around there, man. Oh, speaking of Sasquatch and stuff, so on Friday I did like a 6-hour stream on Sasquatch and the Nephilim and all this other stuff. And this Friday, I talked to Creepy Little Book. He said he should be available. So I put down Creepy Little Book. If he can't make it for one reason or another, I'll update the description of this Friday's show. But this Friday, Pete from Creepy Little Book and the lovely Purple Valkyrie are going to be here with me talking about the supernatural. And I don't have a plan. We're just going to see where we go. Because I don't know. Like, I just want us to talk and see what happens. The human story is written in our DNA and they want to rewrite it. Why? I've heard from people that they were doing similar things on Atlantis around the time of its downfall. Cure for polio is vitamin C. Is it a cure or is it like a preventative measure? I actually don't know that much about polio. Except for that we don't have it anymore. Because they skipped to the ending and didn't like what they found there. What did I miss? Or what did I say? Oh, I see. They skipped it and didn't like what they found there. Yeah, I got you when I was talking about the putting things together, connecting the dots. People don't like to connect the dots. It's work for their brain. They go, no. Whatever happened to the first test tube baby? I don't know, actually. Not true. I hear there are sickos that spend time in a vacuum. Are you talking about astronauts? They technically spend most of their time, at least the ones on the ISS spend most of their time in a vacuum. One man, easy to see ahead if you time travel. Polio was a rich person's disease. Nope. Polio went around. Everyone was at risk of polio back then. What's it called? There was, you see little kids. You'll see in like movies. There's that little kid with like on crutches and shit. That little kid had polio. We need the number 69, but we only have 69. Let's just remove the plus. Same thing. Yep, bad science is what that is. Everyone can time travel. We just all do it at the same speed. I love it. One man show. That's clever. That's funny. That's fucking funny. I thought the cure for scurvy was vitamin C. That's true. Yeah, scurvy is vitamin C. That's why pirates would have limes and lemons and stuff on their boats all the time. Because of scurvy. Another thing, Vikings would get they'll up north Vikings would get this condition where their bones would warp and stuff. And they found out that, I don't think they realized, but they started eating a fish that was abundant up there, became a regular part of their diet. Because that fish had vitamins, and I think vitamin D or C had vitamins that were like not abundant in that region, partially because of the lack of sunlight, partially because of just the way the area was. And so they no longer had that issue because they were constantly eating this fish. It was like a staple in their diet. But when the Vikings went to establish a settlement in Iceland, that fish was no longer a part of their diet. Because they'd forgotten that it fixed that. So they were just like, oh, well, we don't have any of the fish around here. Like, we're going to eat the local stuff. But they still had the same deficiencies that led to that happening again. So that was part of why the Iceland Viking colony got nixed, and they all said, "Fuck this place, fuck Iceland, we're out." Polio back in India because the jab was not deactivated. Polio back in India because the jab was not deactivated. What do you mean was not deactivated? Well, it's one of those things that it's persisted throughout parts of the world where they don't have uh jabs, classic jabs, real jabs. They didn't have those because of their medical systems and their money and stuff like that. So throughout the world, some of these things that we've eliminated from the Western world are still out there. And so that's why these people that don't get, they don't get them when they're little, they'll go to these other parts of the world and contract diseases that have been gone for a long time here because it's still out there. It's just not out here. Scurvy was for pirates. Pirates got the scurvy. Pirates and sailors and the like. Merchants. I could see if merchants, being considered rich people, like, oh, it's a rich people disease. What? Because merchants get it because they're always in the ocean. It's an oceans people disease. Gout rich person's disease. I've heard of that. I don't understand why they say that though. I know someone with gout. They're not rich, so I don't understand. It's like a kind of arthritis, right? Gout. Tax evasion is a rich person's disease, or a poor person's disease. Kind of, I think if you go to either extreme, you're going to find more of that. I saw this happens in the real time I saw this happen in real time in the late 50s and 60s. Were you a kid? Damn. Tell me more, did they put up a fight? Omega 3.6, etc. in fish. Oh, omega 3, 6, etc. in fish. Yeah, it was the omegas. I think helped, but there was something specific that caused that disease, that condition. I don't remember what it was. It was a lack of nutrients. Incident because it wasn't just any fish. It wasn't just any fish that they could catch. It was this one specific breed of fish that had this. Incident regions. A lot of people didn't eat ground root vegetables and other things that prevented scurvy. However, it did affect everybody. It was considered a rich person's disease. Incident regions. A lot of people didn't eat ground root vegetables and other things that prevented scurvy. Oh, I see. So like, because of their diet, rich people would get it because they didn't eat like poor people food as they saw it. Interesting. Hey, Rita. The cat video got me. I had to get on. Think. As for the other subject about nothing living in a vacuum, that's wrong. Botulism lives in an anaerobic environment. Well, that sucks. Fuck botulism. Pirates were lucky. Lemons are $1.25 each at the local market. I'm sure they were cheaper back then. If I was rich, nobody told me or my bank account about it. Do you have scurvy, Tommy? India kids jabbed with live polio. Silence in Western media. What? No. When was that? That's fucked up, man. I can't believe I've never looked up dietary rickets. Oh, rickets. Dietary rickets, I should. Rickets. Rickets, is that the one I'm thinking of? Rickets. Rickets, a disease of children caused by vitamin D deficiency. Aha, vitamin D, I was right. Characterized by imperfect calcification, softening, and distortion of the bones, typically resulting in bow legs. That's the one. Rickets. That's what Vikings used to get until they started eating this fish, which provided the vitamin D they were lacking from the lack of sun. Boom! There we go. Thank you, Milton. Population explosion can make vaccines ineffective. Is it all in the numbers? Wow, so cultured we are. Most rich people's diseases was mostly because royalty got them, and then it was popular sized gout mostly happens. And then it was popular. Gout mostly happens to people with a protein rich diet that can develop the type of lactic acid. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, a protein rich diet would, so if they can eat more meat, if you can't eat more meat, you're not really going to develop gout. Got you. Gout is high uric acid in the bloodstream. It causes crystallization on the joints and ligaments that feels just like arthritis. Okay. Interesting. So having too high of a protein rich diet can give you gout. Good to know. Milton Knowles, the Insane Rich King, uric acid. Look at my channel. I'm an OG YouTube sub. Now, I know you've been around for forevers. I'm going to look anyway, though. No, you don't have anything on here. Joined August 2006. Jeebus, man. That's the very beginning. This account that I'm on, I made a few years ago, but when did I have an account back? I don't think I used to use YouTube enough to actually make an account, or never thought of making an account for years. Actually, you're right. I got the wrong acid. I don't want to say that in convention. Actually, potatoes are a good way to prevent scurvy. They contain a lot of vitamin C. However, do not eat a raw potato that has gone green, and you shouldn't eat raw potatoes. They can be toxic. Really? I didn't know that. But I know that when people saw the Irish, they're like, why is everyone so good looking? Everyone's really fit. They eat a lot of potatoes? I'll take a potato. And I'll poke my head out when things matter. Well, I love when you poke your head out, man. I love your contributions to the chat and stuff. I mean, this whole thing has been fascinating. No problem. I know about because I've had it. Turns out fatty liver from processed food can cause it too. Scurvy, you mean? Damn, no shit. How do you unfatten your liver? I guess no processed foods or less processed foods. Speaking of processed foods, I should grab another cookie. Potatoes stored incorrectly, where a heavy gas can build up, can kill people. Oh, okay, that makes sense because they're like sponges. Add softening of the bones. When my body not absorbing testosterone growing up, it made a whole heap of problems. I'm better now. Oh, good. I'm glad you're better. But damn, not absorbing testosterone growing up. That's just an uncommon problem to have, I think. How did you fix that? Never eat green parts of potatoes. That is poisonous. Really? I've never seen a green part of a potato. I didn't know that was a thing. So thank you. I would have just thought it's got some green on it. Gout. Oh, okay, gout. You got gout. Gotcha. Sorry about that, Tommy. Okay, so fatty liver can cause it too. Really? All right. Well, let me hop back to our tickles and stuff. Your tickles are tickles. Everybody get some tickles. This story is part of Tree Huggers News Archive. What? Tree Huggers. Okay. Your liver is one of the few organs that can heal itself. To reverse it, you need to have a major diet change. Gotcha. Thanks for the tip. We've got green French fries from McDonald's. I've got green French fries from McDonald's. What? Ooh. Oh my God. That's scary. They have a couple ideas what's wrong with me, but they think it might have been an overactive immune system, considering it got better when my immune system fucked up a bit. Yeah. That's funny. Thank you, universe, for looking out for Milton here. I need some food now too. Oh, grab a snack, man. Grab a snack and come join us. We're talking about black holes being portals to other universes, according to new quantum results. Don't forget, quantum results means it both could and could not be true at the same time. That was cheesy. I'm sorry. All right, so there's two black holes merging, I'm guessing. According to Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity, black holes, I'm going to zoom in. There we go. Black holes are uninhabitable chasms of space-time that end in a singularity or a mass of infinite density. It's a place so bleak that even the laws of physics break down there. But what if black holes aren't so foreboding? Or forbidding, sorry, forbidding. I'm getting off screen here. Getting off camera. What if they are instead some kind of intergalactic stargate, or maybe even a passageway into a whole other universe? It may sound like the premise for a clever science fiction movie, but new calculations by quantum physicists now suggest that the Stargate idea might actually be the better theory. According to the startling new results. What? Oh, according to the startling new results, black holes do not culminate in a singularity. Rather, they represent portals to other universes. Speaking of other universes, I've started watching, this is way off topic, but I've started watching Rise of the Shield Hero. I'm watching season 1 right now. I've seen Rise of the Shield Hero. And you know what's funny? One man show, the protagonist reminds me of you. Not in episode 1. No, not in episode 1. In episode 1, he's you know, he reads a lot of manga and stuff. Episode 1, he's kind of dumb, makes some bad choices. After that, he stops making bad choices, starts making smart choices. But his energy, his vibe, his demeanor, like very much your his very much your vibe, man. I feel like, I don't know. I guess you could tell me if you like him or not. Hey, Wookie. Hola, mi amigo. Qué placer verte aquí. Siempre soy tan contento cuando miro tu nombre en el chat. Hello, Becky. Hello. Here we go. Loop quantum gravity. This new theory is based on a concept known as loop quantum gravity, or LQG, since that's how we'll be referring to it henceforth. It was first formulated as a way of merging standard quantum mechanics and standard general relativity in order to remedy incompatibilities between the two fields. Basically, loop quantum gravity proposes that space-time is granular or atomic in nature. It is made up of minuscule invisible chunks about the same size as the Planck length, which roughly amounts to 10 to the negative 35 meters in size. Researchers Jorge Pulin from Louisiana State University and Rodolfo Gambini from the University of the Republic of Montevideo, okay, Uruguay, crunched the numbers to see what would happen inside a black hole under the parameters of loop quantum gravity. What they found was far different from what happens according to general relativity alone. There was no singularity. Instead, just as the black hole began to squeeze tight, it suddenly loosened its grip again, as if a door was being opened. Passageways of the universe. It might help to conceptualize exactly what this means if you imagine yourself traveling into a black hole. Under general relativity, Falling into a black hole is, in some ways, much like falling into a very deep pit that has a bottom, only instead of hitting the bottom, you get pressed into a single point, a singularity, of infinite density. Yo, mama's so fat. Scientists use her to study the effects of the center of a black hole of infinite density. That one's too long. With both the deep pit and the black hole, there is no other side. The bottom stops your fall through the pit, and the singularity stops your fall through the black hole. Or at least, at the singularity, it no longer makes sense to say you're falling. Your experience would be much different traveling into a black hole according to loop quantum gravity. However, at first, you might not notice a difference. Gravity would increase rapidly, but just as you were nearing what ought to be the black hole's core, just as you're expecting to be squashed into the singularity, gravity would instead begin to decrease. It would be as if you were swallowed, only to be spit out on the other side. In other words, loop quantum gravity black holes are less like black holes and more like tunnels or passageways. But passageways to where? According to the researchers, they could be shortcuts to other parts of our universe, or they could be portals to other universes entirely. Interestingly, this same principle can be applied to the Big Bang. According to conventional theory, the Big Bang started with a singularity, but if time is rewound according to loop quantum gravity instead, the universe does not begin with a singularity. Rather, it collapses into a sort of tunnel, which leads into another, older universe. This has been used as evidence for one of the Big Bang's competing theories, the Big Bounce, which, in my opinion, is probably more accurate. Scientists don't have enough evidence to decide whether this new theory is actually true. Pretty sure it is, boys. But loop quantum gravity does have one thing going for it. It's more beautiful. Or rather, it avoids certain paradoxes that conventional theories do not. For instance, it avoids the black hole information paradox. According to relativity, the singularity inside a black hole operates as a sort of firewall, which means that information gets swallowed by the black hole and gets lost forever. Information loss, however, is not impossible according to quantum physics. Since loop quantum gravity black holes have no singularity, I risk through that because it's not important for what we're talking about. Since loop quantum gravity black holes have no singularity, that information need not be lost. Information doesn't disappear, it leaks out, says Jorge Purlin. All right. Fuck off with your cookies. I have my own cookies. Stupid website. And my cookies are better. Oh my god. You guys. Reconciling relativity and quantum mechanics by quantizing spacetime. How do I have a wrench? Oh, Tommy doesn't have a wrench because Tommy has a. You have a wrench? Oh shit, you do. Tommy doesn't have a wrench. I forgot I gave you a wrench. Tommy does not have a wrench because he has a wrench everywhere. And so I told him one day that on my channel, he would never have a wrench. So he could just kick back and relax. So no wrench for Tommy. Wookie, was he speaking to you in tongues? Are you okay? And hello. Hey, Milton. Let me see. I'll catch up with you guys here. I don't notice you. I must be super duper tired. Darius. Greetings, Darius Munchausen. Have you been here? Oh, yeah. You got here right here. I didn't realize that's you I was reading. Welcome, man. Yeah, loop quantum gravity has some nice stuff going for it. Hi, Darius. I didn't notice you. Let me see. Your mama's so fat. We were worried about her health and would like to help to pitch in for some medical appointments and possibly intervention. It's like the most heartfelt your mom is so fat joke. Your mom is so fat, we are seriously concerned and are willing to help. It's really no joking matter. She must be one of those rap guys' girlfriends. Nice reference there, Wook. So, in loop quantum gravity, the black hole is a wormhole. Yep. Look, I found a wrench. Who needs one? Black hole sounds better than what is going on Earth right now. According to researchers, or controlled leakage. Could be a little bit of both. Could be like, hey, so some of these nerds figured out the gravity thing. They figured out black holes are wormholes. We knew they'd get there eventually. All right, yeah, fuck it. Let's let them. Yeah, you don't need to silence them. Go ahead and let them put their shit out there. So black hole had a Walton's coffee and leaked. Poor Walton's is over here trying to do some work, listen to the stream. He's getting picked on by Tommy. On the other side of the wormhole might be a white hole or a universe of reverse time. I need to see if there's a movie clip, maybe that one with all right with that guy. A movie clip of going into a black hole, and then on the other side are cookies. That's what you find. Cookies. Your mama's so fat, we want to get her a gym membership in a place that specializes in obese healthcare. Well, my wife is the physicist. I am just plain IT guy. Oh, your wife be a physicist? What does she think of some of the stuff we're talking about? She's not here, is she? She's asleep. Ah, man. Bring her around when we're talking about this stuff, man. Hey, honey, we're talking about space. Come hang out. Yeah, he's young. Let him be young. I imagine you older people shake your head at me sometimes. 20-something little scoundrel. Same reason I don't give Eric K or just another red shirt a wrench, so they can put their feet up and relax. I think Eric K might have. Yeah, Eric K's got a wrench in here on mine. But what's it called? I wasn't as familiar with Eric K until he started plugging my book in every single stream whenever I show up. Same reason I don't get. I was like, it was. I remember the first time. Hail, Kai M.F.S, author of Space Crime Domino, available on Amazon. I was like, oh, thank you, Eric K. Huh? The fuck did that come from? Did he read my book? Turns out he did. Do trolls last 3 to 6 hours in the chat? No. I actually I clipped a little segment of me dealing with the troll. Someone that used to come in here for some reason when I started doing my show. There was someone that used to come into my chat and just spam and bullshit and just have fun like doing that. And then I said what I said in that video. I have not seen them come back. They haven't come back. The only thing I kind of think to myself is I really hope they didn't commit suicide. That's the one thing that I'm like, I was a little bit mean. I don't think they did, though. I don't think they did. In case you guys don't know the video I'm talking about, I'm going to play it real quick. Okay, so these are my like highlights from Late Night Delight. Here we go. If you're ready to start feeling better about yourself, here are 7 strategies to try today. Okay. I look so different. Look. you don't have any self-worth. I mean, you don't have any worth, so you shouldn't feel any self-worth. Because really, if you're like just going into a YouTube just to spam in the chat, you are clearly worthless, and you acknowledge that, which is why you're here doing that instead of doing something productive or spending time with someone who loves you, because there is no one. Feeling badly about who we are does little to bolster our well-being and quality of life.
Emotional damage! Where's the therapy button?
Oh, whoa. Holy shit. I got an alert on the YouTube and a notification, and I saw the headline. Holy shit. Damn. Anyway, I don't know if any of y'all were here for that night, but that guy never came back. He came back under all different names all the time, but he didn't come back after that. Yeah, that's why there's no trolls here. I just played the reason why I am an asshole. I am a fucker. There's your answer, Kay. Here's the thing. I made Tommy a promise. I got to stick by my promise. Unless Tommy tells me, yo, I want a wrench, then I'm not giving Tommy a wrench. Tommy is also the only person who can ask for a wrench, and I'll actually give him one. Generally, anyone else that asks for a wrench, I ain't giving you shit. I ain't giving him a wrench. Nah. Why does anyone want a wrench? Whenever I get wrenched, I'm like, oh, man. Shit. But your mama's so fat, we want to get her a stick, because I take it as a responsibility. Like, this person's entrusting me to help out a little when things pop off, you know. So not that I mind. I don't mind at all. But it's one of those, it's like oh, thanks. But also, damn it. Your mom was so fat, we want to get her a stabilized mobility scooter so she can be more mobile and still participate with the community. I'm gonna do this from now on. I'm gonna get into a your mother's so fat, like back and forth with someone, and I'm just gonna be super nice. I'm just gonna my burns are just gonna get nicer and nicer. The Big Bang Theory sitcom turned it into a punchline. Sorry, Leslie. I like my physics stringy, not loopy. Uproarious laugh track. Yeah, laugh track shows. That's the thing about Big Bang Theory. It kind of mainstreamed being a nerd, but also really misrepresents us. But like, I remember one time I came, to visit my mom, and she's watching Big Bang Theory. I was like, you watch this? It doesn't seem like your humor. Like, it doesn't seem like something that my mom would watch. I said, you watch this show? She says, oh yeah, it's cute. It's just funny. And like, they remind me of you because they're all really smart. Oh. That's really sweet, Mom. I'm just gonna let that slide. And she says she kind of imagines that's how I am with like my friends, like with these little smart jabs and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's okay, that's fair. That's true. That is kind of true. But also, no. But I'll let my mom have her little happy, moments there with that show. Goof on Richie. I always laughed at fat mama jokes since my mom is 5'2" and 112 pounds. Oh, hey, Eric, okay? Your mama is so fat. We're worried about her self-confidence and how it's affecting your family. Are you okay? IT guy would know about Colossus. Let me see. Love your laugh. Oh, thanks, Eve. And thank you for the sub. I noticed. Good morning, kitty bear. Kitty Bear, it's good to see you, man. Dude, I feel so much better. I love, like, I can move my arms around. Like, I have so much more range of motion. I didn't realize how tense I was until I got a massage yesterday. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, yesterday. So I'm coming back next Monday because I'm not done. She only kind of focused on my back, and my back still has knots because I was fucking tense. It was the most painful massage I've ever gotten because I've never been that sore before. I've never been that sore before going into a massage. Not sore, but that like tense. That tense going into a massage. But it helped. Baby, come back. I like having a rent oven. Something tells me I'm going to have to figure out some of the words here. I like having a rent oven. I lit a rent even though I don't know what to do with it. Fun pretending to be a Soviet leader that doesn't do anything. However, it's select audience. Normally, I just promote channels I like. Oh, a wrench. Okay, I like having a wrench, even though I don't know what to do with it. Usually, it's like when there's that's when I like having a wrench, when there's a robot, when there's a bot coming through. I'm like, oh, let me get him, and I'll report him, and then I'll kick him out the chat. Or if there's another mod there, usually we'll 1-2, and so I'll get one, they'll get the other. But pardon me. I do like robot smashing when I've got a wrench. When I'm not a wrench somewhere and I see a robot and the wrenches aren't doing anything, I'm like, where did you guys go? There was like 4 wrenches in here chatting, and then they disappeared, and then the robot showed up. Where are the wrenches? And then the person on stream is like, oh, there's a robot. Hold on, guys. I'm like, you shouldn't have to. Your mods should be handling it. It's frustrating. But I don't ask for a wrench because I don't want to ask for a wrench. And I don't like when people ask for it. I feel like it's asking for power. No. And no. I don't trust. I do, like, in life, I don't generally trust people that ask for power. Like, ask for the ability if they want to help with it's, I don't know. There's a balancing act for sure. So I'm gonna say there's a balancing act, but like sets off alarm bells when people just want a wrench for no reason. What do you want a wrench for? There's other wrenches, they'll handle it. I love PC mama jokes. Your mama is so skinny that we think she needs to get medical intervention with dietary experts. Your mom was so skinny, I don't think you should let her go to the bathroom after eating dinner. This skinny, we think she needs to get psychological and medical treatment. Kai has an ass. I would never have thought of that. Oh, Kai and ass. I would never have thought. Oh yeah. I can be just as nice as I am. I can be just as mean as I am nice. There's a song about being an asshole by Dennis Leary. I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. I love that song. Your mom is so average weight. We're proud of her progress and would like it if she kept up the good work. It is a relief. I identify as an orc, not a troll, unless other personality takes over. It's a beautiful song. Hell yeah. I like money. You like money too? Sorry for mostly lurking tonight. You don't need to apologize, Rita. I'm just so sleepy and have to go to bed. Thank you for the cute kitty video. All kitties deserve a spa day. Yes, those kitties were so adorable. Buenas noches, Rita. Sleep tight, okay? I feel all my senses form as a Terran. Ah. StarCraft universe or just a Terran? Let me see. Yo mama, so average weight. We think she's pretty cool and normal person with good personality. Quick's just all around good person. See, when you get too nice, it's just ineffective. Kai M.F.S, can you kick the floor to your left? My butt is itching there. What? All right. Wait. My left or yours? I'm going with your left. I don't want to do that again. That might have been a little too loud. I'm sorry. I'm not stopping the phone again. That wasn't even that hard. It was just louder than I thought it would be. Didn't see you on Top Chat. Oh, yeah, man. You gotta get rid of that Top Chat. Turn it into live chat. I don't know why. So it's weird that YouTube defaults you at Top Chat on PC, but on your phone, it's live chat. The fuck, YouTube? Be consistent. Your mama's so healthy. We think she's a good role model in the community. And it's all about the community, man. Imagine some little kid coming back at you with like these kinds of Yo Mama jokes. You're like, man, I hate playing Yo Mama with that guy. He's so nice. And I feel like a dick. I hate laugh tracks. If the joke cannot stand on its own, it's not good. Yeah, right? I prefer live studio audience. Even though they tell them, laugh. It's people really laughing. And it's funny. I love it. Oh my God. Okay, my favorite thing about a live studio audience is when there's somebody in the audience with a very unique, fucking loud laugh. Everyone's like, but then there's that one fucker in the middle of all that very normal laughing. I was like, it just stands out. It's like the one guy, and you can tell where he is in the audience. It's like, oh, that guy's like over here on the right. You hear him like burst out laughing before other people. It's my favorite thing. It's the best. It's the best thing when there's that one distinct motherfucker in a live studio audience. Your mom was so fat that we have noticed she is losing mobility and would like to offer her help and support any way we can. Yeah, see, there we go. Now we're getting back to funny. Now I'm hurt. I've been on No Nut November from 2000. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't do that. That's not a fun month to participate in. My mama is not fat, just plump. More cushion for the pushing. Damn, you figured the wrench thing out. Feels good to be back in fighting shape. I'm just recovering from a torn pectoral muscle. Shit sucked. Oh, man. Dude, that sucks. A torn pectoral muscle? What a bitch. How did you... What? Okay. Well, glad you're... Also, you fight too? Like, do you fight, like matches, like official matches in a cage with, like, a ref and stuff? Or, like, are you just a hobbyist like me? Like, I love fighting, but I haven't fought officially, but I want to. But I'm pretty sure by the time I do, people are going to be like, who starts fighting when they're almost 40? What the fuck? This motherfucker. Well, he doesn't look 40. Let's give him a shot. But I know you from way back, Milton. And I mean way back. Way back. I think I meet you on Quick Little Book, on Creepy Little Book, and then on Jesse Miller's channel, Doctor. Okay, porn bots equals wrench anxiety. Oh, I love the porn bots. We had a racist robot once. I'm gonna put the clip at the beginning of one of my videos at some point. Or did I do it for the sex robots video? I may have done it for the sex robots video. Let me see. I don't know. Sex robots. Sex 5,000. Yeah, bro. Nope. I think imagine all the dudes that... Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. I will clip it at some point with something though. But we had a bot come in when I was hanging out with Justin Proper. A bot came into the chat that wasn't trying to get us to click links. It wasn't advertising porn. It wasn't trying to get us to jerk off. It was just being racist. It was just in the name. It was a racist robot saying racist shit. I was like, what? Someone really made a bot just to go around and be racist? It's not even trying to convince us of anything. It's like, hey, excuse me. Just want to let everyone know I hate these people. Fuck, dude. It was so unexpected. I ask for the wrench when I'm worthy. Well, that's all good, Laszlo. If I need a wrench and I ain't got none around, I'll look in the chat and I'll upgrade a couple people. And if you're here, you might be the one. I have started to notice Kai is not a dummy. He has collected a bunch of tools with brains. Like sentient tools? You're not supposed to know about that. Darius and Eric, I love you guys. Sorry I have to get to bed now. Good night, Rita. Sleep tight. Live long and prosper. Can everyone do this? Everyone in the chat. I mean, like, can you do it in real life? Not can you do it with the emoji, but like, can you guys actually do the live long and prosper? I learned to do this from Kung Fu, because like it was a thing that I saw from Star Trek. But then in Kung Fu, there was a move where it was if you're fighting multiple attackers, one of the dudes, you give him a pop like that, get him in the eyes, and you're supposed to, you split your boom and you poke him in the eyes, and then you go back to fighting your target. But so when I was doing the thing, the teacher's like, you got to learn to do this. You got to learn to do this. I said, oh, like in Star Trek? He says, yes, like in Star Trek. And so I would practice doing it for Kung Fu until I eventually got it. And I was like, sweet, I can do the Spock thing. I don't think I've ever mentioned that I was in various martial arts classes as a kid before I learned MMA as an adult. I'm heading to bed. Good night, Becky. Sweet dreams. Have a great hump day, everyone. Yes, get your hump day on, y'all. Your mom is so skinny. You better bring her in before the storm. That's funny. Oh, what was that? That was weird. It like lagged there. Did you guys see? Oh no, it's not doing it now. Huh. All right. Bring her in before the storm. Have a good one, y'all. Very late here. All right, Tommy. Take care, brother. Oh my god. I have fallen behind in the chat. Ah, son of a bitch. You don't get the fat joke. I was saying you're living on my butt. Oh, okay. I am so fat. I am the earth. Got you. Sorry about that. That one did fly right over. I did my impression of a flyover state. That wasn't even that hard. It was just louder than I thought it would be. And that's why I said I'm heading to bed. Good night. Oh, wait. What happened there? I think Disney put a lot of work into the latest Star Trek episodes. It's such a deep joke that only true fans will know it's a satirical parody of SJW. Disney put a lot of work. Disney doesn't own Star Trek episodes. You mean, are you talking about the animated one? I'm that weird laughing guy. No, thank you, doctor. I don't know what you did, but thank you. Ah. Your mama is so pumped. Your mama is so pumped. We're worried that you're giving her cushion for the pushing, and you shouldn't, because that's very unhealthy, man. My November is not 1 month. It's 22 years now, and I am happy. No, I'm a caregiver. I have to deadlift old people that weigh over 200 pounds. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Got you. Oh, damn. They heavier than me? That makes sense, because... Okay, I got you. All right. Well, cool, man. Subscribe to Creepy Little Book. Yeah, check out Creepy Little Book. He's going to be joining me on Friday. I need to link up his channel. That's what I need to do. Him and Purple. So I don't have to do it later, or I'll forget. Excuse me. I'm trying to go to sleep, but I heard you say something about that troll Chi guy. I saw your standalone video with Uncle Roger. I almost died laughing. Awesome. Great. Makes you feel good. Thank you, Rita. I caught a mouse. It's super cute. It's going out in the garden. Hopefully it don't die. Statistically, they do. Yeah, statistically, they do. If there are cats around, it will die. Don't tell Kai about Microsoft Tabot. What's a Tabot? He shouted them out, Doc. It was the right time. Live long and prosper. Oh my god, a racist, but against every race. It wouldn't be racist. It only anti-humanist. Love it. Yeah, right? It's like a robot that's like, no. Like, white people are fine, Asians are fine, but black people. Like, what the fuck, robot? You're a robot. Like, don't you hate humans? No. Most humans are okay. But black people. You know they tend to like good technology, right? They're not going to be mean to you. I cannot do the live long and live long and prosper. My tendons are too tight. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. With on both hands, you can, or is it just? Can you just barely separate it, or is it? Because this took practice. This took time. Like in the beginning, I would just hold them apart, and it took time. But I know someone who can't bend their knees all the way down to where they're touching the cement. Like the back of their knee is always, there's always some space just because of the way their tendons are, their muscles and their bones are. So yeah, that's a thing. Talked about Tay on my channel once, Tay's on day, and I had to go back afterwards and blur out the tweets because they were so offensive. Who is Tay? That's not the robot, I'm sure. Your wrench wielders are not your average people. Nice collection. Oh, thank you. Cool. Thanks. Yo mama jokes. Nice. Oh yeah. Did you miss the yo mama thing earlier? We started making like polite yo mama jokes. Like, your mama's so fat, we're really concerned. We're really concerned that she might need some help and support to lose the weight. Your mama's so fat, we got her a mobility scooter so she could participate with the community. That was fuck. That was Milton there with that one. Howdy, Zachariah. Bienvenidos, Zach. Courtney showed up for the yo mama jokes. My mom is 4'11" and would grab you by the trachea. Paramount or Viacom or CBS owned Star Trek? I think it's kind of all of them in some way, some weird twisted way. They split and remerged. It's complicated. Milk can set the mood sometimes. Hey, thanks, Darius. I checked. I was unsubbed to Crow's Nest. YouTube sucks. What's up, Eldritch Lord Haster? Good to see you, man. Me, that's what's up. Rise and shine with Purple Valkyrie. You know what? I'm gonna open that now, so I could just because it's all nice and it's the nice URL. You know, I'd rather link up the nice URL than all the random letters and shit. My dog is cute. He got to chase the mouse into the back of the garden. He is too big to chase mice. All of Disney Star Trek is satirical joke designed for their main fans to laugh at people thinking it's the real deal and going off about it. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that it's that bad. Yeah, I think you are underestimating people. Yeah, I will have to see. So, like, what's the sparkly vampire? Twilight? No, what's the other one? Twilight and yeah. Like, Twilight's real. That one's real. I read the first like page or two of that. I was like, oh my god, this is terrible writing. You never know what people are capable of, good and bad, shit and quality. Sometimes you see people, they're really proud of something. You're like, wow, that is trash. This guy is very excited about it. Sorry, Kai, I only have a small pizza. Would rather have had fried chicken. Ooh, but you put those two together, that's ultimate right there. Fried chicken and pizza, that's a winner. Microsoft built an AI bot to interact with Twitter with deep learning. Within 24 hours, it learned so deep from Twitter, it was shut down forever. Milton on voice chat is crazy. I would imagine. Mom is so fat, uses rings on Saturn as hula hoops. In Call of Duty, someone yelled at me, "I'm gonna fuck your mother." I replied, "Go ahead. Her ashes are in the backyard." Your mom was so short in comparison to me, but that's because I'm very tall and she's average height. Tay was a chat AI Microsoft released like 6 years ago. Its algorithm was based on the input random people gave. That's right, it got racist. Turned it racist under 24 hours. Just shut down. I forgot about that. His name was Tay. Ah, yeah, I remember. That's clear. That's absolutely something 4chan would do. He'd be like, "Bro, let's let's teach this about racism." I love it. It's so funny. It's oh, you know what? If we've got some racism going on,
Category is people who annoy you. Niggers! Huh? Oh, naggers, of course. Naggers. Right. Can we cut to,
perfect clip. I'm so glad I have that one. Oh, Super Star Trek and Disney Star Wars. Mention my name on Jesse Miller's channel, and he will probably say nice things about me. That's how it normally goes. That's a good thing. These are just Alex Stein and Mark Dice level trolling. Nah, I don't think so. These people do not seem that smart or motivated in that way. See what you have done, Milton. Oh man, yeah, that episode was amazing. It was so good. Kai, remember how Furby learned swear words from kids? Tay learned the worst of Twitter and tweeted out whole sentences worse than any swear word. Oh, oh, Tay, you are an hero, and we love you. We need more 4chan. What have they been doing? Well, I think the news learned not to talk about 4chan, and companies, when diving onto the internet, learned not to rattle the tiger's cage. You know, not to don't pick up a stick and hit the tiger's cage. That tiger can go through the bars. You didn't know that, but it can. That's what the stripes are for. The bars go right through it, and the tiger's like, "Hey, you wanted to have some fun?" And it will teach your robot swear words. And racism. I said the truth. Her ashes were spread out in the backyard years ago. My brother laughed himself sick hearing that in Call of Duty. Footbot is racist against every race of human beings. That cancels itself out to just being anti-humanist. Yeah, anti-human. Speciest, I think is the word. Wonder if I am still a wrench on Jesse Miller's channel. Been a while since I've seen him live. I caught up. Yeah. Oops, wrong button. Yes. All right, I caught up to the chat. Time for the next article. Yeah. More dark matter stuff. Check it. Chickity check it. New dark matter map reveals hidden bridges between galaxies. May 25th, 2021. This was from last year, almost a year ago. So NC 306, N. Is that NGs? I can't tell if there's G's or C's because of the colors. 3607. What the fuck does that say? Coma 1? That can't be right. Formal cluster. Local void. MGC. Oh, I can see it here. NGC. Okay. That's NGC. Ursa Major North, Ursa Major South. MO. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay. So let's see what this says. An international team of researchers has produced a map of the dark matter within the local universe using a model to infer its location due to its gravitational influence on galaxies, black dots. So the black dots here, okay, these density maps, each a cross section in different dimensions, reproduce known prominent features of the universe in red and also reveal smaller filamentary features in yellow that act as hidden bridges between galaxies. The X denotes the Milky Way galaxy, and arrows denote the motion of the local universe due to gravity. Okay, where's the X? Where the fuck? Is that the X in the middle? Yeah, okay. There's the X is in the middle. You put a black X over a dark red spot. What the hell? So that's the X right there. All right. Cool. A new map of dark matter in the local universe reveals several previously undiscovered filamentary structures connecting galaxies. The map, developed using machine learning by an international team including a Penn State astrophysicist, could enable studies about the nature of dark matter as well as about the history and future of our local universe. Dark matter is an elusive substance that makes up 80% of the universe. It also provides the skeleton for what cosmologists call the cosmic web, the large-scale structure of the universe that, due to its gravitational influence, dictates the motion of galaxies and other cosmic material. However, the distribution of local dark matter is currently unknown because it cannot be measured directly. Researchers must instead infer its distribution based on its gravitational influence on other objects in the universe, like galaxies. Ironically, it's easier to study the distribution of dark matter much further away because it reflects the very distant past, which is much less complex, said Dongui Jiang, associate professor of astronomy and astrophysics. Associate professor of astronomy and astrophysics at Penn State, and a corresponding author of the study. Over time, as the large-scale structures of the universe has grown, the complexity of the universe has increased, so it is inherently harder to make measurements about dark matter locally. Previous attempts to map the cosmic web started with a model of the early universe and then simulated the evolution of the model over billions of years. However, this method is computationally intensive and so far has not been able to produce results detailed enough to see the local universe. In the new study, the researchers took a completely different approach, using machine learning to build a model that uses information about the distribution and motion of galaxies to predict the distribution of dark matter. Okay, so they're inferring it based on what we can see. The researchers built and trained their model using a large set of galaxy simulations called Illustris TNG. Illustris, the next generation, I guess, which includes galaxies, gases, other visible matter, as well as dark matter. The team specifically selected simulated galaxies comparable to those in the Milky Way and ultimately identified which properties of galaxies are needed to predict the dark matter distribution. When given certain information, how long is this? A little long. Let's see. Let's see those details. When given certain information, the model can essentially fill in the gaps based on what it looked like before. The map of our models doesn't perfectly fit the simulation data, but we can still reconstruct very detailed structures. We found that including the motion of galaxies, their radical peculiar velocities, in addition to their distribution, drastically enhanced the quality of the map and allowed us to see these details. The research team then applied their model to real data from the local universe from the Cosmic Flow 3 Galaxy Catalog. The catalog contains comprehensive data about the distribution and movement of more than 17,000 galaxies in the vicinity of the Milky Way within 200 megaparsecs. That's our local universe. Fuck. The resulting map of the local cosmic web is published on paper appearing online May 26, 2021, Astrophysics Journal. So, let me see. Having a local map of the cosmic web opens up a new chapter of cosmic sky. distribution of dark matter. For example, it has been suggested that Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies may be slowly moving toward each other, but whether they may collide in many billions of years remains unclear. Studying the dark matter filaments connecting the two galaxies could provide important insights into their future. Not that it'll matter to us by that point. Who gives a shit? Because dark matter dominates the dynamics of the universe, it basically determines our fate. So you can ask a computer to evolve a map for billions of years. Okay. The researchers believed they can improve the accuracy of their map by adding more galaxies. Planned astronomical surveys, for example, using the James Webb Telescope, could allow them to add faint or small galaxies that have yet to be observed and galaxies that are further away. In addition, John. Wait. Reference. So this is part of his own work, then, an extension of it. In addition to John, the research team includes these people. This research was supported. Okay. Oh, so the rest is credits. All right. Still. Oh, wow. I lost people talking about black holes, about dark matter. Let me see. The Rainbow Bridge. Oh my god, I missed stuff. Okay, there I am. Ah, gosh, my mind's so confused after the last 2.5 hours. This is as ADHD a stream as you're gonna get, man. is mine. Now get ahead of the chat. I do not like dudes behind me. I've been on 4chan since late 2005. I've seen some shit, man. Yeah, the point of certain boards there is to if you could see something you can't unsee. Rainbow Bridge, more or less. But much love to you all, and thanks for the fun. Oh, are you out of here, Dr. Forbin Colossus? Those are brains. I sing the body electric. No, Dr. Forbin Class is still here. James Webb is about 4 months from being a working space telescope. Yeah, I can't wait, though. Look forward to that. And it may not still work. It'll work. I have faith in our science people. But yeah, man. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're not leaving then. 4chan taught AI to be anti-human. I guess what happens to 4chan? It's the thing is, it breaks you of your like the barriers you put up for yourself internally, because everything, depending on where you are, it's just an image board, but there's certain places where the point is to be taboo, to go against the grain, to break people of their internal barriers and walls and fears and stuff, and just take nothing seriously. Like, everything is funny. That's the rule. Everything is funny. And so, I mean, that's not the rule. There are rules to the internet, but whose brain scan is that? Star Trek. It's all of us, technically. Star Trek SCD uses magic mushrooms to go around the universe. Yep. Those are brains. What's funny, Dr. Forbin Colossus, is I used the word brain. I used the word brain in my book like that. And my editor, she corrected it and said, this is misspelled unless you're making up a word for something, yada, yada, yada. I said, actually, it's a physics term. And there was a couple times where I had to explain, this is a real word. And she said, oh, okay. Well, then I guess you're good. Is that a brain scan? Black spots to damaged cells from alcoholism. This proves God is an alcoholic. That's why beer is so good. Look, pictures of the electric universe. Yeah, right? I sing the body electric. Always censored. Nah, we're nowhere near true AI. 4chan can only manipulate complex algorithms. True. Where's that sarcasm emoji? There's a sarcasm emoji? Is it the eye roll one? Actually, when you think about Star Trek, when you think about STD, I don't want to call it Star Trek. When you think about STD, the abbreviation is STD. Seriously, a terrible joke on SJW, because people with other STD then SJW, it seriously is a joke because people with other STD. Oh, okay. I think I understand that. Respect the 4chan guys got recruited. I think once the FBI started sniffing around and trying to literally infiltrate, because here's what happened. After Anon punched Scientology in the nose, Scientology reeled back. Like no one had gotten the best on Scientology until that happened. Before then, even the FBI and like the government didn't want to mess with them because they would just sue the shit out of them. And that's how they got their religious status, is they sued and sued and sued. And so when that happened, that was a red flag of like, hey, these people can do some shit. And because they were fully infiltrated and eviscerated. They got all of their shit dumped on the internet, like literally torn apart. Scientology got torn apart by a bunch of us internet trolls. And so that raised a lot of red flags for them. After that, they started actively trying to infiltrate IRC channels. And what happened then in response to that is, you can't mimic an anon. We recognize when you're pretending. And so once that happened, the IRC channels all split and became fragmented so as to not allow for infiltration. Wrong. There is an AI. Wrong. There is a true AI. It's my stepsister who dyed her hair another color and then her natural blonde. Milton, it's SCD too. They put it in our faces and laugh their heads off. And 200 megaparsecs is local? What a neighborhood. I know, right? That's how big the universe is. There's a lot of history. The OG Anons were co-opted by the FBI in 2007, and this is formed into Anonymous, which was controlled opposition. That wasn't actually real 4chan. I remember all that stuff. I know that's not. There was conversations happening about what we were noticing that they were trying to do and how we remedied. But that's part of why you haven't really seen Anonymous really do anything since then, because we're really spread out. Actually, here's what I think actually happened. When when everyone realized their potential, they all started pursuing their careers much more seriously, because Anons can all spot each other. And then when you get to a prominent position, you can start making waves and doing things. And when it's time to come together, you have more to contribute. So I started seeing some of that happen too. Still here. Just need to buy a 2.5 to 3.5 inch adapter for my SATA SSD. Oh man, have a great night, Dr. Ford. No, still here. Yeah. I thought, my bad. I thought you were taking off early. I was wrong. Same here. I'm trying to recover 2 terabyte of hentai porn for my old dead laptop. 2 terabytes? Fuck off. I know you could. That's a lot. That's 2. How do you have 2 terabytes? That's nuts. Come up when I type sarcasm. Actually, oh really? These ones come up when you type sarcasm? Yeah, eye roll. There you go, eye roll. Actually, I'm gonna finish watching STD after this. I kind of like it, but only when I'm in a super sleepy mood. Otherwise, it's too conscious to enjoy that crap. Yeah, I'm too conscious to enjoy it. When it's literally just random shit happening in the background while you're trying to sleep, you might as well have anything going on in the back. Yeah, you don't fuck with Scientology. They're an untouchable cult like Mormons. Mormons are at least nice people. That's the difference. I barely acknowledge it. Here's the thing. Mormons are nice people, and the purpose of their religion is spiritual growth. Whereas in a relationship with God, Whereas Scientology, that's not the point. The point is money, which is a cult. Don't mind me. Let me see. I barely acknowledge you. I'm certainly not going to mind you, Doctor. Only been awake for 2 years. Missed all that 4chan stuff. Only been awake. Anonymous is just woke now. No. How? I don't. You're gonna have to fill me in. I haven't gone. Here's the thing. I haven't gone to that place where you're not supposed to talk about because I lose too much time bullshitting and just like all the shit because it's the most fucked up place on the internet. You know, so much fun, but yeah, I don't think that ever leaves you. You know, once you've been there and seen that and been an anon, like that never leaves you. That's always with you. No matter what you're doing on the outside, on the inside, you're anonymous. You don't think anonymous still out there planning and waiting? No, no one plans. No one. Anonymous is like the Joker. Like there's no plan. It's something happens that if it's like a big move against internet censorship, that's something that's going to piss them off. But generally, all the people, all the old, all the people that were there before are older now, doing other things. Thanks, Dr. Foreman Colossus. Noticed on some channel recently glowing now. Some channels recently? Really? I haven't talked to any of my Anon friends in quite a while. We've all been living our lives. Again, 2 terabytes isn't hard. Even the 9 terabyte I got is way too small to hold all the stuff I watch. I have to clear out 4 terabytes every week. Oh my god. That's too much, man. What do you need all that for? You can't even watch it all. Let's just say, I mean, shit, just the time that you're spending with me is taken away from that time that you need. Now, let's just say meme magic takes a long time to accumulate. Give it about 2 more years, their next big show. That's true. And it's kind of one of those things that's prompted. It's prompted by something. It's like hitting a bee's nest. Like you can walk around the bee's nest and they're not going to do nothing to you. But as soon as something taps it or knocks it down, bzzz, I know it's the clip for that. I don't have it loaded though.
Oprah. You all been watching your Oprah? Well, Oprah did shows. You give
The box, Joe!
I was muted. Fuck. Bees. Everybody gets bees. Be lurking. Have to go text man in the morning, get all the paperwork done. All right, Dwayne, you have a good night. We are coming up on 3 hours, so I guess within the next half hour or so, I'll be wrapping it up. But 8 terabytes, not 9. Get woke, go broke. Have a love-hate relationship with Mormons. My brother married into a Mormon family, and we're just plain non-religious. That sounds fun. There's nothing wrong with being non-religious. I'm not religious. I can still talk to religious people though. Never. But the thing is, when you start thinking like of religious people in like a condescending manner, like because I kind of see, and I still sometimes see. No. I still see religious people. Like religion, essentially, organized religion is a crutch for people who don't want to really dive deep and ask themselves the big questions and go on a spiritual journey. They want easy answers to moral quandaries. So that's how I view religion. But that doesn't mean that these people aren't trying to be decent people, you know? Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. You just kind of got to judge everyone on a one-on-one basis. Never me. I always hedge that junk. What about 4 hours of sleep per 2 days? You have a lot of time. Oh my God, you're one of those light sleep. What's it called? That you only need a few hours of sleep. That's impressive. I mean, I guess it's genetic, but still. Shad on Shannon University is Mormon, but he is an Aussie. He's Mormon? What? Shad's Mormon? Dude, I've been watching Shad for years. I never realized he was Mormon. If you're using photos of Instapon put through the right software, Eka, show a collage of 100 images at 100%, and you could probably say it's high definition. That would take a lot of space up. All right. Yeah, I realized it wasn't for that long. It was like for a half a second, okay? Bees! Yeah, 100 collages of 100 high definition pictures per second would be the most efficient way to look at hentai porn. However, I don't like prawn myself. This is only a fairy other factors come into play. Oh, okay. That was, bro, that was like the most cohesive text to speech to text I think you've ever put down right there. There's only the one thing, fairy others. Only a fairy others. Everything else was on point. My dad is atheist, stepmother is Christian. I got no beliefs other than try to be a decent human being. That's a great place to start. As long as that's your starting point or where you're at, that's fine. Treat people well, be decent. Love one another. What's another one?
Never give up, never surrender.
And that. All right, y'all. The last article that I picked out for tonight is Moon and Mars superoxides for oxygen farming. Oxygen farming. You're going to see farmers out there on Mars with their hose and their space suits oxygen farming. What was that? What was that, old yeller? Another Martian. Tim, get the shotgun. We got another damn Martian over here. The dusty faces of the Moon and Mars conceal unseen hazards for future explorers. Areas of highly oxidizing material could be sufficiently reactive that they would produce chemical burns on astronauts' unprotected skin or lungs. Oh, wow, yeah. Taking inspiration from a pioneering search for Martian life, a Greek team. I want to zoom in a little bit. That's the wrong website to do it on. A Greek team is developing a device to detect these reactive oxygen species, as well as harvest sufficient oxygen from them to keep astronauts breathing indefinitely. The U.S. Viking landers that touched down on Mars in 1976 carried experiments looking for Martian life, whose results are still debated. More than 4 decades later, Vikings' labeled release experiment applied micronutrient liquid to a Martian soil sample, which released copious amounts of oxygen in response. Some authorities interpreted this result as evidence of microbial life on Mars, except that even after the sample was sterilized with 160 degrees Celsius heat, this oxygen production continued. Meanwhile, other Viking experiments found no traces of organic chemicals. The leading interpretation today is that the results were due to an abiotic chemical reaction, notes Professor Elias. What the fuck is this name? Are you kidding me? Professor Elias Chatzithiodoritis. Homeboy's last name sounds like a disease. Chatzithiodoritis of the Geological Sciences Department of the National Technical University of Athens. The oxygen production was caused by a reactive oxygen species reacting with water in the nutrient liquid. Notes Professor Christos Georgiou of the biology department at the University of Patras. Patras, yes. Patras. Zathras. that's what comes to mind there. Such reactive species may originate from metal salts of superoxides, peroxides, or perchlorates, the latter of which was indeed detected by NASA's Mars Phoenix lander in the Martian Arctic in 2008. A Mars Phoenix lander detected these things, salts in the Martian Arctic. Charting such highly reactive species will be important for Martian and lunar settlers, not only because their presence will be inimical to human settlement and crop growth, but also because they will ease any trace of possible Martian biofossils. So, these areas can be ruled out of the search for life on Mars. The biology department of the University of Patras has already performed soil experiments on the generation of reactive oxygen species in soil samples from the arid Mars-like Mojave and Atacama deserts, as well as from perchlorate salts exposed to radiation. These radioactive oxygen species are created by intense ultra. So there is life on Mars. Is what you're saying? Reactive oxygen species are created by intense ultraviolet irradiation of the surface, especially of fractured minerals, broken up by temperature extremes and micrometeorites, resulting in a surface with a lot of free chemical bonds. The combined university teams realized that the Viking liquid micronutrient experiment would be a workable model for a detector of these reactive oxygen species. Soil samples would be placed in a microfluidic device producing detectable oxygen through wetting the water plus the action of catalysts. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was an I. Catalysts. They produced the idea of ESA through the Open Space Innovation Platform, seeking out promising ideas for research and development. These exciting aspects. I guess this is what they imagine an oxygen farm would look like. These exciting aspect is that this technique can be used for more than just superoxide detection, explains ESA materials and process engineer Malgorzata Holinska. That name's pretty cool. Dude, what is with the names tonight? This guy up here sounds like a disease. Then earlier, that guy sounds like a Yank Me Hoff kind of guy. What the hell? The project supported through ESA's technology development element will include the initial design of large-scale reactor device to periodically extract oxygen from soil that we term oxygen farming. Solar UV radiation will then replenish their oxygen supply within a matter of hours. The estimate is that a 1.2 hectare, 3-acre area would yield enough oxygen to keep a single astronaut alive. 3 acres. Okay. Commercially available Moon and Mars regolith, chemically altered by contact with Earth's oxygen-rich atmosphere, is not suitable for testing. According to project teams looking and creating their own simulants in controlled environments, we will additionally use lunar and Martian meteorites test instruments, but also plan to apply to NASA for actual lunar samples for testing. The aim is that the prospecting detector should be smaller than a paperback book. Ioannis Markopoulos, heading the O1 Mechatronics company, planning to produce a prototype detector. It is likely that astronauts would find it useful across the entire span of any mission to the Moon and Mars. Okay, so, oh shit, there's more. Okay, reactive oxygen species are produced in our bodies. Hence, our bodies produce antioxidants in response. Oh, they can also be produced through radiation pollution exposed arid terrestrial soils and during mining activities. In space, they will be produced by cosmic radiation interacting with metal surfaces, such as on water and food tanks. And the cabin oxygen, so such a detector will certainly be useful to monitor the spacecraft environment. He adds, we certainly, Markopolis adds, we certainly see the potential for a terrestrial spin-off as well. With these harmful reactive oxygen species widespread on Earth, the potential is there for a very good tool for commercialization. All right. I see you guys have been chatting. Oh, good night, Courtney. Sleep tight. Oh, cool. That's pretty much where I left off there. You did that clip, Kai. Was it the bees one? I could see if I could add it. I believe in all gods because I believe in one God. It is the insta behind consciousness. It is the voice behind all the voices in all conscious things. Heads. It is the fourth behind fourth, the mad God. The mad. Okay, I don't know anything about the mad God, but I like everything else he said. It's great to be a farmer. You get to get down and dirty with your hose every day. Yeah. Yo, could you imagine someone who was misled into farming? They're like, this is not what I thought it would be. I didn't know this thing was called a hoe. Terraforming is rad stuff. We need to get on this. And there's a lot. Oh, man, there's so much with Mars and terraforming. So much we got to do. Organized religion attracts programmable types. Yes. Chat Z Theodoritis. Chat Z Theodoritis. Okay, his name still sounds like a disease. I do concentrate on the relevant stream. Nice. No shifting for me. Oh, rock and roll, man. Oh, thank you. Always censored. I go off on tangents all the time, so I'm glad you find me to be the relevant stream most of the time. I treat religion more as a smorgasbord. Take what you like from the various faiths and leave behind what doesn't work for you. That's what I did when I was in 8th grade. I decided I don't believe in this stuff, and I went full atheist. I realized that I needed to fill that with something. I can't just be like, well, fucking everything is just around for no reason at all. Didn't work for me. I said, no, I need to believe in something. What is life about? That's a question we all need to ask ourselves. Why is life? And so that's where I started. I started by studying other religions. Even though I just walked away from one, after I was an atheist for a while and kind of rid myself of a lot of those old habits and beliefs and ways of thinking, because you need to like deprogram yourself. And so once I'd gotten away from all that, I went and started looking at other religions and what they believed. And I started finding similarities. I met someone who was Baha'i, who was like, oh, that's actually how we do things. We believe everyone has a little slice of the pie. And I said, very cool. Still a religion, but I like where you're coming from. That also tells me you don't have very much to offer me in terms of straight from you, But yeah. Got a couple of bookcases of religious books. And then I looked into the future and looked inside. That's where I found God. Turns out the creator is everywhere. I agree. I was talking, I think, yesterday about how I want to do a video on spiritual atheism because it sounds conflicting, but I don't believe it is. I believe that spirituality is about your inward journey, knowing yourself and your place in the universe and stuff. So I think they're absolutely compatible, and a lack of spirituality is definitely a problem these days. People are not spiritual because they think that spirituality is you have to be religious to be spiritual, but you don't. And when people like me look at religion and religious people, when they talk about God, they're like, God is so cool. God was totally looking out for me the other day, and God did these things, and I'm just sitting here going, oh my God. And I'm imagining this. This is what I'm imagining.
Over you, and I command you to believe in God.
I'm sorry, I just don't see any evidence. I mean, look at the Hubble telescope.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get claimed if I we imagine this guy, you know, when people talk about God and all the things that God's up to, I'm like, really?
Here's how.
No, it's not. It doesn't work for me. Like, where's some of the other stuff? Wait, what's this? Is that Mad Mardigan in the thumbnail? It was, but I missed it. I don't know where YouTube was telling me to go, but I'm glad Mad Mardigan was there. But yeah, like I imagine this guy just sitting up in the clouds. Where's the actual one I want to see? There's a clip. The first time I remember seeing God on Family Guy. There it is. Okay, there we go. Check it out. Watch.
Oh, God, kill me now.
Hello. Go ahead.
So, like, that doesn't work for me. That image of God, I said no. Fuck off. Fuck off with that shit. No. But this, that works. I like the Greeks trying in some baked urn had some more use than another with more crap mixed in. I like the Greeks trying in some baked urn. I don't understand that. Spoilers. It's all about Vishnu, yo. Vishnu is the elephant guy, right? YouTube. Okay, I went through the same phase at that age too. Nice. It's a journey, man, because you can't just go, well, like, all right, I'm just done with the whole Catholic thing. I don't, because you were raised in the shit. And so then you start going, oh no, I don't like that stuff because I have Catholicism. How do I actually feel about this? Do I believe in it? And then you have to figure shit out for yourself. That's a lot of work. Hey, Kirk, bro, what are you doing up so late, man? It's great to see you. It's been forever. You walk in as we're talking about God. That's hilarious. I may have been wiped. The entire key is the shortcut to a ban. People think religion is spiritual. Not the same thing at all. Yep, it's not at all. I am not a softie. I don't think you are. In the branch of, honestly, softies don't last long around me. In the branch of animism, I'm in God's are just viewed as people. There are many races. Why can't there be another? In the branch of in the branch of animism I'm in, gods are just viewed as people. Yeah, that's a belief that I think is more possible if like, okay, you remember all the old gods people used to have, all this god and that god and these gods, they're all real. They're just spirits that embody that thing that they represented, and they used to interact with people more, and etc. And they were like around. Oh, okay, well, that makes sense. That makes more sense than like this gang of beings that came out of nowhere just decided, y'all want to make a planet? What for? So we can go down there and fuck the women every once in a while. Oh, so our wives don't find out. Yes, bro, you get it. Zeus, you're my boy. Let's do this. And then we'll make up a story about how are these giants that were fucking assholes, but we got rid of them. Flash, oh yeah. God went fishing and left Coyote in charge. Kai doesn't like the Sky Father image. Well, here's the other thing about religion, Christianity and Judaism, all of them. They have wiped the female energy. They have completely erased the female energy from their texts. There's just no female energy. There used to be. Look at the original Hebrew of the Bible, but they wiped it. They intentionally removed it. And in the old religions and the old faiths and stuff, like the one, like how Egypt used to have, Egypt was a matriarchy because the feminine was essentially the big boss. I have a feeling we got the Old Testament God back. All these places in floods, or they're just using the old playbook. Nah, I think people are just fucking stupid. I think people are just fucking stupid, bro. We are all on our journeys, bro. I appreciate your honesty and openness. Oh, hell yeah, man. You got to talk about our journeys and our beliefs, because you never know when discussing it might help somebody either realize that they've been, that there's more to learn, or that they could be somewhere different than where they are, or that even if you're coming from the same place, you believe something different, maybe there's more to be explored, and that might be for them. So I'm about that shit, man. Man, Kirk, it's so good to see you, dude. Just so you know, I do this shit weeknights at 11 p.m. So if ever you find yourself up late, man, I'll be here. Places equals plagues. YouTube again. Good night. I have left the building. All right. Good night, Dr. Forbin classes. Take care of yourself, man. The system of archetypes and gods being the masks we placed upon them, I've always found to be most interesting. And if they are not a race of unseen people, that one makes the most sense I've heard. So yeah, I've heard a few different things that make more sense than like the traditional teachings, but I'm also not really 100% there. Where I'm like, it's a better story. I'll give you that. Like they're talking about how there's the like I looked up Gnosticism because we were talking about Yeti and the Nephilim and stuff on Friday. Oh, by the way, Kirk, I know and I sample your show. Love it. Oh, badass. Oh, sweet. Wunderbar. You should check out that 6-hour stream I did on Friday about Sasquatch. We got way into religion and Bible talk there. But yeah, so it's a better story, but like Gnosticism. I was looking at Gnosticism because someone brought it up on Friday, and essentially what it said that some of them believe are, oh no. There it goes. Is like it's not a because it's an internal journey, so it's not like Gnosticism isn't like a big thing on its own, but is that the earth used to be ruled by a malevolent. It was like a malevolent god was like in charge around here, went by the name Yahweh, but then God, like the background god, took over, and Jesus was his emissary, essentially going, hey, that guy's not in charge anymore. This is how life is, and to lead humanity back to the light. But then I've seen other things that say that like there were other names for God, and then he went by Yahweh, and he had to like transition into that. Like, so I don't know. I need to dive more into it, but there's definitely some interesting stuff out there, different kinds of beliefs. I'm in the world and realized he filled it with insane apes, and then he built a wall around heaven to keep the insane asylum out. Well, he also, if he really cast out a third of the angels and then a chunk of them came down to earth and interbred with humans because we're fucking sexy, apparently, and then made the Nephilim, then he's like, oh man, these fuckers are just keep fucking my shit up. And then hence the flood was that was one of the things that he wiped out is those guys. He's like, okay, how do I kill a lot of these assholes all at once? We've got humans fucking up over here. We've got the Nephilim fucking shit up over here. Just wipe them all out. But I don't think a flood would take out the Sasquatch. That's why they're still around. But not in as great a numbers as they used to have. Maybe God has abandoned ass. maybe God has abandoned ass because he is too afraid of what he created. I don't think so, man. It's like in Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm sorry. It's like in Dragon Ball Super, where Goku meets the god of all the universes, and he's like, and he's this little playful thing that can just destroy everything without even a second thought. They were just like, oh, we were going to destroy all the universes. And like, they just because they fucking feel like it. No, he would not be afraid. He would not be afraid of peoples. That doesn't work. Zeus, you're my boy. I'm using that. I know, and I sample you. Oh yeah, that's right. People are just stupid. Occam's razor. I tend to overestimate people, so just stupid would explain so much. Yeah, I try not to overestimate people. Well, I mean, people are really capable of a lot more than people give themselves credit for. Essentially, any one of us alive, maybe not anyone else. Some people are fucking retarded, and not in a medical way. Like they're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I have met people who are mentally handicapped who are smarter than you are. You are fucking up. But there are most of us, most human beings, right now, we could either be the drug addict hobo down the street, not hobo, that's homeward bound, drug addict homeless person, like living in a tent on the side of the freeway, or we could be Elon Musk. It's really all about our life choices. The thing is, a lot of us tell ourselves things that then we start to believe. We go, oh, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at this. I can't do that. Once we start limiting ourselves saying, I can't do things. I can't do that. You think Elon Musk tells himself he can't do shit? Do you think... I don't even tell him... Well, no. Okay, I do. I do with certain things. I say, I tell people I can't dance. No, I'm a terrible dancer. You don't want to see me try. Etc. But that's pretty harmless. In terms of potential, I try not to limit myself. Neither does Elon Musk. Neither do people like Elon Musk. But as we're growing up, we start putting these limits on ourselves. There were kids in high school that would ask me for help because I explained things better than the teacher did. And so they would say, I'm just not good at math. I'm like, well, you understood that like really easily once I explained it. Maybe you just need to think about math in shapes like I do instead of the way the teacher teaches it. Just think of it in shapes and blocks and stuff, and then just make more sense. And they did better in math. It's just that the teacher wasn't actually teaching. The teacher wasn't engaging with the students to learn how they learned. He was just going, this is math. Take it or leave it. No, that's not productive. That doesn't work for most people. Me, if the teacher was explaining something stupid, but I was like, I get what you're saying, but I'm going to find an easier way of doing it. I would figure out an easier way of doing it, and then I would do it that way. And then I would just be blowing through problems, and kids would be like, how the fuck? Hey, wait, no. How did you do that? Show me how. I want to do that. That was insane. And so then I would teach them, and it was easier for them because it's just the way they learn is different. Teachers are just not as engaged as they used to be. But I do truly believe that any one of us has the potential to be an Elon Musk. We just don't have the drive and or don't believe in ourselves to have the capacity to do some of this stuff. If you look at some of the old practices of ceremonial ritual prayer, otherwise known as ritual magic, the masculine and feminine is just penetrative and perceptive ideas that are both harmful and beneficial. True. I am fine where I am. There is no place I want to go anymore. I arrived at the second to last station. Next one will be the one when I pass on. Is that how you feel, Kitty Bear? Like, feel? I don't mean like, is that how you feel? I mean like, is that what you feel? Like this is your second to last life in the cycle of reincarnation? Well, hopefully it is, man. Good for you. If I mean, you said you're pretty fucking wild as a youth. I hope you don't have too much karma to make up in the next life. But if this is your second to last life, then rock and roll, brother. No prayer, it cancels all. Well, I used to say prayer is a really great way to waste your time. But then when I started to believe in the power of intention and willpower and how we can affect the world around us at a quantum level, and I thought, shit, isn't that what prayer is? Prayer is focused intention, focused intent. At least when you're praying right, when you're doing it wrong, you're going, God, I'm sick and tired of this shit. I want a new car. Maybe I want my wife to learn how to shut the fuck up once in a while, man. I don't know. I'm going crazy. Just help me out here. Like, you're not really accomplishing anything there. I am made in God's image. He seriously has a split personality disorder. Consciousness splits and into all of us. So yeah, it's a fucking hilarious, man. I love it. Yo, if anyone out there hasn't dropped a like, please do. I've had like a really nice rotating group of y'all coming in and out. And thank you all. Star of David is 2D image of the 3D shape was light bulb moment. Two tetrahedrals. I look at images differently now. Yep. Yeah, that's and there's so many things about the Star of David with the up triangle and the down triangle. You know, what is above, so below. The bigger things and smaller things are the same. Things like that. All that stuff is has a lot. It's layers of meaning to the Star of David, but the 2D 3D visual is that's an acute observation. Long story short, on Gnosticism, we're stuck in this 3D temporal reality created by Yahweh / Demiurge. Demiurge, that's the word. The goal here to escape this physical prison and return to the plethora from which we came from. Yeah. So that's what I was reading about how there was a lesser deity that created the world. And then there's the greater deity, which is consciousness itself, that is actual God. That's God. And everything stems from him. But then all these lesser deities and spirits, ascended masters, angels, all et cetera, are all those spirit world that came before the physical world. And then Yahweh or Demiurge. Well, I'm going to say Demiurge because I'm not clear on the Yahweh thing if it's the before or after. But Demiurge created, like, was I guess created reality. And yeah, but yeah, that's I wish we had more Gnostic texts, but there was this big Christian push to like burn it all. So I'd rather pray the hot CP. CP is what? Oh, I'd rather pray to the hot CPUs. Okay. If we are created in the image of God, and all that bears the image of God is God, that makes us God. We are all gods, and we're all made the mad God speak with all voices. I don't follow the mad God bit, if you can clear that up for me. But yeah, I believe. But here's the thing: I believe that we're all made in God's image, in that we're conscious and aware, and that means that everything that has some level of consciousness and awareness is made in the image of God, and thusly we should respect it as such. But then we start getting into, well, plants are conscious. Plants have a level of consciousness that we can actually measure now. Animals are conscious. Like, we need to eat. There is a cycle to life that we should follow, but like, we also need to respect everything. So when vegans are like, I don't eat animals because they're alive and they have feelings, I'm like, I'm pretty sure plants have feelings. We just don't understand them. But yeah. Geometry, the geometry really does it for me. Yeah, the sacred geometry is like I learned stuff about triangles today in the sacred geometry sense, because I very much identify with triangles. I tell people sometimes I'm a triangle, like I'm the number 3, I'm a triangle, etc. And so I learned what that meant in this context, and it's that triangles are essentially the in between. They're what's in between dimensions. You know, they are transition. They are alchemy. And when my friend said that, I was like, I've had several people call me an alchemist. I didn't know what they meant. Making a little more sense now, but also I don't understand it at all. So hey, learning, right? It's a process. That's the thing about learning. You don't just learn things and get it. You learn something and go, huh, okay. And then over time, you incorporate that knowledge into who you are. If you don't take the time to let it sink in and figure out how that relates to you, and if it relates to you at all, and if you resonate with it, then you're just taking in information and living by it. But you need to really process information and let it sit and settle within you. And something people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand. I was talking shit to my friend. I said to her, maybe God don't communicate to us anymore because we have bastardized all religions so much. If he appeared for a message, we'd believe we are super important. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Like, imagine him just appearing to somebody like, okay, I've got a message. I'm the new Messiah. Woo! Hold on. Let me pull this shit up. Yo. Hey, yo, I'm talking to God right now. I'm talking to God. Check it out. Hey, where'd he go? Yo, what? There's no limitations. All us men is just too lazy to give birth, or maybe there's just limitations that are more or less difficult to overcome. But it does mean they should stop. Well, it's about energy, masculine and feminine energies. On the physical level, there are clearly advantages and limitations and stuff to each of us, but internally, we're all equals. On the outside, I can lift a lot more weight than that person over there can. You know what I mean? Like, there are some logistical issues there for sure. I need to catch up and create a new religion with new issues and new power grabs, right? Okay, good dancing is subjective. Some of the best dancers are really bad at it. No, I'm pretty sure I am objectively bad at dancing. I'm pretty sure you'd get people who believe this. God, good dancing is subjective, and people that are like, no, there's definitely good dancing and bad dancing, and then people that go, oh man, I don't know, I just like watching people dance, and all those people would agree, yeah, Kai, you should just stop. Don't. No, it has a balance. The universe, yes. Darius, I'm trying to figure out the 3D plot of the Schumann resonance. They only show 2D. You might have to model it in 3D. I don't know what the Schumann resonance is. Pardon me. Max had super high intelligence, yet she was unable to use damn can opener. After 6 weeks of showing her how to use it, she tells she still was unable. Yet in science, the math, she was so fast. That's so bizarre. When I worked in the graveyard, we had a scanner for tombstones worth 200K. I found like 50 tombstones with a giant metal rebar because it goes ting when it hits stone. Work smarter, not harder. What? Why were you looking for gravestones? Oh, they were just in the ground. They weren't sticking up. Oh, okay, got you. So the grass is growing over. You need to go looking for grave. Okay. It was knowledge, not an education, Kitty Bear. I was told at 17 I would die. I was ready for that. Then I survived it, and then I saw most of my loved ones pass on at 28. I'm sorry, Milton. I have chipped a lot. I have a chipped a lot, and everything I want to. If I pass, I will be good with it. All right. Well, I'm sorry about your loved ones, my friend. It's great. I love how he takes the time to respond to every little chat post. That takes dedication. Oh, thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Laszlo. I appreciate that. I try. Well, all of you have something to say, and this is we get into some deep conversations here. We're talking about God and the meaning of the universe. I don't want to be like, okay, Milton, we've heard from you enough. I'm going to focus on other people. No, man, as in my beliefs and in what I want to reach in life, I learned having less means more happiness. The more you want, the less happy you get. Yes, true. The more you want, the less happy you are. I have a friend who works like a freaking. He works too much. He works too much, and he doesn't take enough time for himself and to have fun and whatnot. And but he makes good money. Whereas I don't work that much. I work pretty much, or at least back when this happened, I worked when I had to. And then because I get paid well for the things I do, and so I kind of worked when I had to, but I was really happy because I wasn't I was spending my time with my friends and my loved ones and stuff, and doing things I enjoyed. He's like, "How? I make so much more money than you, but you are so much happier than I am." I don't understand. It's like, I keep trying to tell you, man. I keep trying to tell you to work less. You don't listen. There's a voice in the back of everything's mind called consciousness. I call it the mad God. Oh, okay. Thank you for clearing that up. Why is it mad? Sorry, but it's so early in the morning. Good night to you all. Take care, Dr. Foreman. Take care, Dr. Foreman Colossus. It's been a pleasure having you, man. Have a good night. As taught in sacred geometry, when you have placed down the first two lines, the third appears, and then you had the first element of creation. Ah, cool. I was learning. We were discussing in a 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, etc. perspective. So there's a point when you just are. I am. There's a point. When that point has a trajectory, that's two-dimensional space. That's 2D. You're flying around like a spirit. Spirit just zipping around. 3D. Well, now you've got shape. But anyway, I don't want to get into because I can't elaborate. I'm still kind of processing that, so I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm like I said, learning is a process. Imagine what these images look like in higher dimensions. Not everyone can do that. Not everyone is capable of doing that. Not even everyone can imagine things in their mind. There are people who cannot form a mental picture. It's like not a condition, I guess, but it's a thing. My point was she was unable to learn how to use a can opener, which is also education, but there is difference between applying knowledge and practical use. Yes, absolutely. Teachers too busy convincing kids to change their gender. Not back then. Not back then. They were just trying to get to the end of the day. That's what happens when everybody figures out I'm God. It's so embarrassing. They all go on social media. Yeah, right? It is a revelation. And that's also one of the one of the objectives of spirituality, religion, etc. is like that each and every one of us can become God, can become a God. Each of us can become godly. Look at the Buddha, who sat under the tree until all his worldly desires were gone. And then he became a godly person. He became he's an ascended master that teaches people. So the Buddha was a man who became, Jesus, same thing. All these spiritual teachers and masters that we hear about, we learn about, are essentially people who made that journey from being a mortal person to godliness. I meditate on stopping my subconscious from giving me horrible dreams. I can't handle them. Ah, man, I'm sorry about your dreams. Is there? I wonder if there's like a ascended master or a god that you can, or a spirit, that you can ask for help with that. Like, hey, spirit of dreams, can you please give me some nice dreams tonight? I don't want to suffer, or something like that. I don't know. That's an internal journey, I guess. I wish I could help you, man. I wish I could help. I see your point, Kitty Bear. Good night. I feel old. Like I'm a very old man. I was always older than my friends. I always resonated with history. I used to think Mabby was here before. It just feels like I'm 100 years old. It's weird. Oh, maybe I was here before. Well, Potato Revan, yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, honestly, all of us have probably been here before and reincarnated and etc. We're all in the karmic cycle of reincarnation. But maybe I felt similar things. Not like I'm older than everyone, but I've felt that something isn't right. That something about the world isn't right. I have felt that for a good portion of my life. But yeah, man, that's one of those things. Maybe you're an old soul, maybe you're someone, maybe when you're getting closer to the end of your karmic reincarnation, maybe we start feeling that. I don't know, because then when you're young, you don't make all the same stupid mistakes other youngsters make. Or at least I've noticed that from people with an old soul, because they don't do all that dumb shit. They generally they don't. I love to dance when nobody is looking. I don't. I don't even dance when nobody is looking. I was falling asleep, but I heard Kaya read my name. Ah, oh, I'm sorry, Darius, for waking you up. Titty. Calling Mr. Herman. Oh, Titty, you know what? I've got the perfect clip for that.
Hey, somebody come get her, she dancing like a stripper. Hey, somebody come get her, she
Calling Mr. Herman, Pee Wee Herman. When you place down the two lines, the connecting point creates a triangle, and that is the first dimension and the first element of creation. It also can be sent two of the elements on the table. If you place another line and connect the 2 points created from that, you have a basic three-sided pyramid. From the side, from there, the cube, etc. Yeah. Sacred geometry is a whole thing. Okay. I own so little stuff that if my house burns to the ground, the insurance will pay me 10 times its worth, even with minimum payout. Oh. Yo, that is a great argument for minimalism right there. But your hard drives, though, they won't be able to replace all of the hentai. I was reading a book of executions in my country. There was a man who was executed but innocent, as it happens. When they asked him what his last words are, he took a deep breath and said, "I am free." And the executioner was doing his job, and that he will see his children in the next life. He was executed with a smile on his face, but a tear fell down his face just before the axe hit him. That's sad, but also very positive. Yeah, because even if he accepted his fate, he still loves his family. What? Oh my God, you figured out what I meant when people figure out that I am God. They grow the ego themselves because they realize they are too. No one follows proper traditions anymore. Oh yeah. Well, it's not that I figured out what you meant. It's that I already believed that. It's so I got you. We vibed, bro. I felt what I was picking up what you're putting down. It's fine. I've learned how to turn the weird dreams off and on like a water faucet. Sometimes I do it just for fun. Oh, nice. I think there's someone else in my chat who has trouble with bad dreams. If they, I don't remember who it was though. If they speak up at some point, maybe you can help them. I don't know, or unless that was you and I'm just remembering twice. Have you played action video games? Playing video games taught me to control my dreams like video games. Now when I sleep, I still play games in my head. Oh man, I remember when I would dream about Pokemon because I was playing that shit all day, every day. Gutenberg, I know that's not what you're talking about. You're talking about more lucid dreaming, which is, fun fact, much more common in gamers than in any other population. Gutenberg project book, The Flatlander. 2D creator gets educated by 3D one and transcends his thinking. Gutenberg project book. Gutenberg. I think that's one of the books that I was suggested, but I couldn't find it. But I just thought I thought it was named differently. Okay, thank you for that. That's the weird thing. I stopped playing video games back in 2009, but my dreams play out like beta versions of new VR-style games. Oh, that sounds fun. I never do dumb shit. I never did. Always had a head on my shoulders. My friend, as a teenager, got every STD and pregnant. I left that friend group. Damn. Ugh. Fuck that. Most of my books, and this is not the ones my master left, are worth over 300 New Zealand dollars. Wow. Each after ones my master left about 3 to 400 years old. Each after one's my 3 to 400 years old, and it wouldn't be good at my house. My house caught on fire. Oh my God, Milton. Why have you not created copies of these books? Make a copy. Keep the originals somewhere safe. Like in a safety deposit box or in a safe. If you put it in a safe, there's a chance that the safe could survive the fire. I think generally safes survive fires, right? You might need to get I don't know. Yeah, they should. They're made of metal. You can't. But it might get hot enough that everything inside would spontaneously combust. I don't know, man. Figure it out. But that's what they did. Check this out, Milton. Check this out. In the Amazon, all the tribes have their elders, and all the elders have their knowledge that they keep and pass on to the next person that's going to take their role. Not elders, but like witch doctors or whatever. Whoever's in charge of their medicine and stuff. And then one of them died without passing on his knowledge. Everything that he knew that the others didn't died. It all disappeared with him because he didn't have an understudy. Because none of the younger people wanted to take up. All the younger people were leaving. They were leaving the Amazon to get jobs in the city and stuff, and to join society. And so that's when all of those elders, all those people went, oh shit, this is a problem. And so what they did was they worked with the people that go out into the jungles in Amazon and be like, hey, we want to have good relations with you guys. They went, you, come here. I actually got something for you. Check it out. Here's what we want to do. What they ended up doing was they worked with those people to all of them assemble all of the knowledge that they had about the Amazon, about medicines, about poisons, about animals, about treatments, about how to mix things, about what shit looks like, etc., etc., etc. Everything they knew, they put it into a single book written in their language and in English, so that it's got two. It's in their language and in English, and to preserve all of their knowledge. So all of the knowledge that they've got is now preserved in that book. And they made copies, of course, but that's what we risk when we put all our knowledge in a single place. So consider making copies, man. I would be able to get a PC 10 times better than this one and re-download everything. All right, Mel. I mean, all right, Kitty Bear. I got you. It's me. Hello, Snortopupus Cuba. Sorry, when I see hello, that's who I think of. I told you I don't dream. I just have nightmares. Oh, that's you talking about the bad dreams. Oh, perfect. Hey, Laszlo. My buddy Potato Revin here apparently has a lot of nightmares. Revin, Laszlo, Revin. You two connect. And I hope Potato Revan, being the beautiful person that you are also accompanied with beautiful dreams. Jenny! Scan those 400-year-old books to the cloud. My girl Jenny coming through with the... Kai's got a point there. Yeah, I think actually you said that probably before I got to it in the chat, but yes. Minimalism is a step toward owning nothing and being happy. Yeah, that's... It's more like not owning a bunch of shit you don't need. That's what minimalism is. It's really simple. You just ask your alter ego subconscious to knock it off. I think you might need a little more than that, Laszlo. And I know it's fucked. One of my interests is executions and death. Yeah, that shit is your own fault there. Yeah, that was me. Or Kitty Bear. Is fucking Kitty Bear? Potato Revan or Kitty Bear. You know what? Anyone with nightmares. Talk to Laszlo. It was me. I used to have bad night terrors. I still punch in my sleep now and then when I forget I'm sleeping. Luckily, I do no longer sleep next to someone. That is lucky that you're not striking anyone in their sleep. Copies of these books exist. They are just antique books, and most of Elizabeth looks after because it was her grandfather that left them. Is Elizabeth? I don't know who Elizabeth is. I'm guessing her grandfather. So your friend, or more perhaps, I don't know. But even if copies of the books exist, if everyone thinks like that, eventually no more copies will exist because someone goes, wait, there were more copies. No, that one burned in a fire. But that guy had copies. Yeah, that guy died, and he had his books with him. He was moving to another state and fell into a lake. Okay. What about, that guy? They're gone too. Fire. Doesn't hurt to make copies of old books, man. Make a copy of them, put OG into the bank vault, and put copy of the fireproof safe. Bro, with all your cookies, because Kai will try to get them. Treat the subconscious more like a co-pilot, and you'll gain some control. That's a good tip. That's why my master's book, the main book, is literally a trunk worth of journals, only keeping the finished recipes and some information from my master and his masters and so forth, one book each. That's fucking awesome, man. That's fucking cool shit. I would love to see them, just because I've never been in the presence of such an old book with such old knowledge. Oh, fuck. I'm coming up on 4 hours. Potato asks the mortician. Hello again. Hey, welcome back, Tina. I'm back from taking a break to watch this week's episode of Moon Knight. What? Was I not as entertaining as Moon Knight? I should just quit YouTube. The ancient Romans knew how to make concrete. We lost that knowledge for centuries. That's true. I have horrendous dreams from years of doing occult diagnosis and participating in few exorcisms. Milton also had nightmares. Okay, so I guess that's why I didn't remember who told me they had nightmares, because 3 of you motherfuckers get nightmares all the time. So y'all should talk to Laszlo, who knows what other secrets we lost the fall of Rome, let alone concrete. Well, Greek fire. Right? Is that what they call it? When you have nightmares, it's best not to sleep next to people, especially if she's a lot stronger than you and it's not afraid of throwing you through the bedroom door. Another reason I'm glad I live alone. I'm nearly arrested for domestic abuse 1999 when someone called the cops on me. My girlfriend and now my ex had a black eye because I punched her while sleeping. My cushion has my ancestors' diary. My cushion has my ancestors' diary from 1830s. Oh, my cousin. I'm sure you meant cousin. He is copying them down, and everyone he finishes one into an air-sealed box in a bank for his descendants. That's badass, dude. That's fucking cool. I have had nightmares. I have had a fucked life, man. Potato Revan, how, bro? You're so young. I mean, yeah, seeing an angry elemental isn't the most fun, but but that's a bummer. Me and Elizabeth of married. Oh, okay. But I don't like that word, so I just say girlfriend because she wins every time I say the M word. I win every time she says it, though we actually keep tally. Because she wins every time I say the M word. I win every time she says it. That's interesting. What about calling each other partners? I actually skipped watching Moon Knight because Kai's stream is more entertaining. Aw, thank you, Laszlo. All right, I'm sticking around. You can all thank Laszlo. Apart from the trunk of my master's book, I have the ones at Elizabeth, which is only like one bookshelf away on digital copies on this tablet. They're pretty common in multiple languages. Okay, apart from the trunk of my master's books, I have the ones at Elizabeth, which is only one book, only one bookshelf anyway. Digital copies on this tablet. So you have digital copies of everything. Okay, as long as you have digital copies of everything, that's a plus. Stick around. I will. But not tonight, my friends. No, I'm sorry. It's time to call it a night. It's time to say good night to everybody. And what's it called? Here, what am I gonna clip here before I play the Star Trek outro and leave you all with a little bit of hope? I know it's time to run you all off. You've had too much fun here. It's time to remember that there's other places to be. All right. Goodbye, everybody. It's been a blast. As my husband said, she's great, but she's also Loki and Moon Knight's girl. Guys, my husband said she's great, but she's also Loki and Moon Knight's girl. Who are we talking about? The chick, the spider chick that I just played? Really? I didn't know. I also don't remember what I said earlier, so sorry about that. Check your DMs. Alrighty. Okay, I'll check that after because of the very first sentence that you said there. Got you. I will read that, Potato Revin, as soon as I'm done here. Good night. Thanks for taking the time to this. You're my new favorite stream, dude. Oh, what? Yes. Thank you, Laszlo. Thanks, man. I'm glad I can entertain. I'm glad I've risen to such heights because there's a lot of fucking live streams out there, man. There's a lot of people that have favorites, and if I'm your new favorite, then that feels fucking amazing. Thank you, man. It's my pleasure too. You guys, I love the company. I love learning things. I learned a lot from you guys. It's not, this isn't a one-way street. I'm not just sitting here going, let me tell you all about the meaning of life. Okay? And Sasquatch, aliens, I know it all. Bad dreams are demons trying to get in. I started wearing Moldavite 24/7 2 years ago. Sleep like a log these days. But October 2020, I decided no mask, no jab, no fear. Good man. Good man. Really, so I've been I'm gonna find where I can get me some Moldavite just to experiment, and not experiment, but like to see how I feel. Also to see if anyone avoids me. If I get too close, they go, nope. Really? Huh? Are you a lizard person? Yeah, hell yeah. I very much agree with this sentiment. I can get behind you with that one. Everyone in this chat rocks. We got to make partners acceptable because it made it difficult for her paperwork, etc. Right next to the tally board, we actually have it in writing. Well, the pity over who has to pay for dinner. Oh, okay. I look forward to waking up to Kai, my husband, awake at 11:30 p.m. Oh man, that's good. That's a gap. You're one of the nicest guys on YouTube. Aw, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Revan. Smile is genuine. My panel, love you. I've said that many have said, man, I mean, Kai is a great. All right, thank you. I'm going to start skipping. If you guys are just going to be flattering me, I'm not going to read those aloud. This is not as often. if I catch it in time. I'll say it feels weird. It feels weird. It's like I'm talking nice about myself, but I do. It means a lot. Thank you guys very much. And Moldavite chunk if you're interested. That's all right, man. I'll find some, because I'm sure wherever I find some, I'll find something else too. The more you learn, the more you know. The more you learn that you know nothing. And I've learned too much these days. I am totally ignorant, but know it. Good night, everyone. Mwah. I send you off into the night with a little bit of hope. Sweet dreams, or have a great day, since most of you are in the future anyway. Take care.
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
Set a course. For home.
I'm reading an ion storm on that trajectory, sir. Should I go around it?
We can't be afraid of the wind, Ensign. Take us to Warp 4.
It is the unknown that defines our existence. We are constantly searching, not just for answers to our questions, but for new questions. We are explorers. We explore our lives, day by day. And we explore the galaxy, trying to expand the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is why I am here. Not to conquer you with weapons or with ideas, but to coexist and learn.
Let's see what's out there.